Hey guys, welcome to LBFF broadcast. I am Acelora and here on my side is the wonderful tThe.
Hi everyone, are you guys ready for the fifth round in the LBFF? We will be having groups B and C starting today, and I am very excited for this confrontation.
Yes, I'm also very excited because there is some very good teams that are going to be
Yes.
playing today. So I want to see how they will perform, and also we are going to have some of the teams that we had yesterday that also went well, like Magic Squad, that
Yes.
were a team that had a really high score. So let's see about it, and also let's see how the teams went on yesterday general standings.
Yes.
Okay, so in a bit we're going to see the general standings. Just wait for it. I know that everyone is very excited and want to know how the teams are going and how they have scored yesterday, but just wait for it and we are going to see in a bit. But I'm very excited for today. I
Yes,
really am.
we are going to have the previous leader playing today, Fluxo. We have the MVP, Cias, again competing. Not competing so much because he has a big difference in the MVP, but we are going to have some of the teams that are the biggest highlights in this season yet, and it is going to be very cool to see them playing today. And of course, this is the first time the Group B is playing this week.
Exactly. So now, guys, follow us in our social medias. That's it right here. It's FF Sports BR. So go there and follow us to see all the standings, the teams that are going
Yes.
to play today. But also, we are going to tell you that. So just wait a little bit for it. And I'm very excited to see how Fluxo will perform. Like you said, it's a team that is very, very strong. They have Cias that is on their team. So it's a very strong team because of that. And they also have like I don't know, they are very familiar with each other, the way they play and everything about it. And today we are going also to have Loud, that is a very big organization. They didn't start very well. It's one of the biggest organization, but they are having a lot of trouble finding a way to play in the LBFF this year. Okay, so now we're going to see the general standings.
Oh, and look at that. We have Metagaming being the leader today of all the teams playing. And I am anxious to see how the teams that didn't play yesterday, like Black Dragons Vasco, God Unidas, Loud, and Fluxo, will do today because we are going to have a very different confrontation. We know that this confrontation is harder for some teams than for others, and it is very different how the teams deal with different confrontations. So I'm excited to see that. And look, Corinthians Magic Squad also very good punctuation, but Fluxo is so close to them, even though Fluxo has 6 matches less than the other teams.
Exactly. They didn't have any booyahs, so that's something that we are going to see today. Cause
Maybe it'll change.
yeah, cause it's not very normal to see Fluxo without any booyahs. And even though they didn't got any booyahs, they were a team that had a very, very good punctuation in the first week. So now let's see a video of Cabeção, which is a player of Vivo Cage.
Eu sou ruim pra gravar, sou o pior. Salve rapaziada, meu nome é Pedro, mais conhecido como Cabeção, jogador profissional da VK. Comecei a jogar na escola através dos amigos, aí viciei no jogo, com 14 anos eu comecei. Fiquei muito feliz, nem caiu a ficha na hora que meu primeiro split já começasse jogando Série A. Foquei, treinei, amassei nos testes e fomos vice-campeão já no primeiro split que eu joguei.
Cabeção vem pra cima como se não houvesse amanhã, já soma um abate.
Cabeção, pra mim, é um cara que dá muita bala e agressivo e vibrante. Minha maior qualidade no jogo é o rush. Acho que eu sou muito bom no rush, muita bala. Pode esperar muito de mim, que eu tô muito focado. Quando entrar, eu vou amassar.
So now we are back. Cabeção is it's a former player that already played for Vivo Cage, but now he's back on the team. He wasn't on the team this year, but now they got him back, which is very interesting. And we know that Vivo Cage is having a great performance here in LBFF, right, Isa?
Right, they are doing very well. They were one of the leaders of the last week's standings. And Cabeção is a player that, as you said, he played the LBFF 5 for Vivo Cage when Vivo Cage was the champion. And he didn't play LBFF 6 though, and now he is back, and Vivo Cage is trying to get that second championship back. And it is a very strong team full of experienced players. Modestia and Dead God have been playing since the very first edition of the LBFF, so we have a lot to see in terms of Vivo Cage's performance, and they seem to be fitting in their game very well as always.
Yes, that's very true. And also Vivo Cage is always setting new personal records, and they are always improving themselves, and that's very interesting. That's a very good thing for a team, and it's a very big organization, so that's good also. And I'm very curious to see what you guys think, so please let us know here in the chat of the broadcast, because I'm very curious to see which team are you excited to know. Or oh, okay, so now we are going to activate the FF squad, and I hope I score a lot today.
Yes, my FF squad is very good today, and I put one of my secret players that I know that was the most escalated player in this day on the FF squad was Rigby by God. He is the MVP, the current MVP of the God team, and he is a very good player that he's making a lot of eliminations. Goji is doing very well on the championship, and we all heard about Marreta, that is their captain, that has a very moving story, and Marreta is leading Goji into the top of the standings. So I'm thinking Rigby is going to be a good bet for me, but I have a lot of other players in my squad as well.
Yes, exactly. I put Marreta on my team, not Rigby, but I hope that the God does a good performance today. And also, what are your expectations about this first match?
Well, in Purgatory, I am expecting to see the teams that we haven't seen playing today really making their move against Group C, I'm sorry. And I think that they will do very well. I am not expecting any drop call fights, maybe in Bermuda between Cruzeiro and Fluxo, but sorry, Cruzeiro is not even playing today. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm expecting maybe to see some drop call fights in Bermuda or Kalahari, but in Purgatory, I don't think that anything's going to happen. I think every team is going to go their own way, unless we get that very bad airplane route that we had yesterday, and maybe we're going to have some rotation confrontations, and I am expecting that to happen, but I'm not hoping because that would be bad.
No, I'm hoping. I'm really hoping for it, because we started very well. We had a lot of good confrontations, so I think that's very good. But I'm expecting like a calm start today, because I think the teams already know each other. I know that the groups of today already study the groups of yesterday. So soon we're going to have our first match, and I'm very excited about it. And also, I want to know if BD Vasco is going to go against Loud, because that's something that I have seen happening in the former games. So I'm excited to see about that too. And also if Loud is going to improve themselves, because I know they are having a little bit of a hard time, which is not very normal for Loud. So,
really isn't.
So yeah, I'm curious about that. And Cias, that is the revelation of 2021 is still the revelation of 2022 because
Yes.
he doesn't stop. He doesn't stop. He's always improving himself. So I'm very excited to see how he's going to perform today, even though I didn't escalate him for my FF squad because he's too,
Too expensive.
yes, too
We
expensive.
can't.
I can't.
But I did escalate Osado, so we're going to see if he's going to go up in the MVP because he had a big. So sorry, you can go.
So let's go to our first match, Purgatory, and the airplane route is very calm for the players, which means we are not gonna have any hard time.
Yes, very democratic airplane route, and we are seeing the teams going to their standard calls. We have Loud going to Crossroads, Tropa making the call of Quarry Golf Course and Mount Villa that usually Team Liquid does as well. We have Corinthians on Mabelworks, and Goji going to Brasilia. Black Dragons Vasco, as always, is falling on the era of Mode House, in which they have fallen throughout the entire B series, and they keep still that call. And I am seeing Real going towards Lumbermill, Magic Squad towards Forge, and Meta in Skill Lodge. So very calm drop fights right now. Liberty, that seemed to be going to Central, is actually in the down area of Brasilia, and that is going to be an interesting confrontation because Liberty usually would go to Central that has nobody right now, but I think that either they didn't get there or I don't know, they really did chose to do this confrontation, but let's see.
Oh no, Fluxo is in Central right now, so that's I think that's why I think Liberty didn't
Oh,
went
Fire
there.
Brigade, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And now I have seen that the players are changing some of their drop calls. So let's see what's going to happen. Now I see MVR, which is still choosing any weapons. He's just searching for more resources. Cebolinha is there. And we see Metagaming that had a really good day yesterday. They had triple booyahs, and I'm excited to see how they are going to perform today.
Yes, against Group B, it's going to be a different confrontation for them, and that's for sure. But we have a different metagaming this season because last season they, in all the seasons metagaming played, they were a strong team, they were aggressive, but they didn't get to the top of the standings in any season. They were close to get to the finals, and they just got the 12th spot or the 11th spot, but we never saw them doing too well in the end of the classification part of our championship or in the finals as well. But with this team, Metagaming comes completely renewed and comes very strongly and aggressively, and I think that if they keep up with this good game, they are going to be a lot of work for the other teams, especially when we get to the finals.
Yes, I do think so too. And now we see Kawe, which is the support of the team. He's a really good support. We saw yesterday some of his plays. He was on fire with Eric, that also went very well yesterday. And now we have Real very near with Liberty in their calls. I didn't understand why they drop in Brasilia down and then went to the Friar Bridget. I didn't understand.
Yes, I don't know if they had a jumping situation going on because I don't know, maybe the leader of the squad jumped in the wrong position and they ended up falling in Brasilia. But Liberty going towards Fire Brigade as usual, and we have Fluxo, one of the most aggressive teams in the map right now. Fluxo is a team that we have seen to be making a lot of eliminations, and I really want to observe if they're going to keep up with this aggressive game, style. And look, Camilota in the Santander.
Yes, and now we see MV7, which is a former player of Real. He is there, and also Tatu is still in Real. They had a little bit of changes. We see Japa XL in the team, and then Antunes 22 also in the team. So that's something new. Real was a team that on the last split didn't had a really good performance, but now they're trying to improve themselves. They are trying to prove that Real is a very, very strong team. We know that to be in LBFF, you need to be a very good team. So that's no doubt for them. They are a good team, but they are not, they're not connecting their plays, their rotation, and let's see if that's going to change in this LBFF. And now we see Tropa rotating. Has always they choose 2 players to go in the car and then 2 players to go walking, which is a very strange rotating because they can get near Corinthians right now. Corinthians is passing the bridge, so that's something that can happen, a confrontation right there. Let's see who is going to have the best of this confrontation. But now Corinthians is really far away, so I don't think they're going to have any problems.
Yes, Corinthians making their rotation with cars, which is something very common this season, and they went straight to Fire Brigade. I wonder if they were hoping to find any teams in that area, or if they are just passing by to get the position. But if we see the safe zone closing towards that area, this is going to make a lot of sense. And Corinthians not playing with Mengode today. Mengode that wasn't playing last week, and he played yesterday, and he's playing today again in the place of Bungie, that is a newcomer here in the LBFF. We are going to see now, Liberty is watching Fluxo.
Yes, Liberty has a good position right now. They have the high ground, so they're just watching and seeing if they are going to have an opportunity to act on it. So I think Corinthians thought that Liberty was going to be there because they usually do a late rotation, but Liberty already rotate and now is watching Fluxo, which is a very good team. It's a good team for them because if they were there, they probably would be in a confrontation with Corinthians right now. And also Tropa is a very curious team for me this split because they don't seem to be connecting their plays. Their rotation seems to be a little late, so I don't know what kind of tactics they're going to bring this season. I'm very curious to see. And now we see Ousado just waiting, just trying to see. Now Japa Bika Air already has the information of Liberty. Liberty already spot themselves.
Yes, and we see Tropa making the same rotation as Liberty, which is going to end up in an inevitable confrontation. Fluxo might get the better of both of those teams if they decide to engage in a fight, but we have had Tropa not doing so well so far, so it would be very bad for them to fall in the 12th position.
That's very true. And then now Tropa is just looking, but oh no, look at Ousado, already craved a 52 in Mandela chest, so he needs to be very careful right now. Look at Cias with the grenade. Killit is on the floor, he is suffering right now, but now Moreira needs to be very careful. Cias again, already activate his Chronos, doing another grenade. That's the Tropa team needs to be very careful. Two players on the floor. Look at Japa. Davey got the kill. Very smart for Liberty right now. And now we see Cias doing more grenades. And Faki with his powerful weapon already got Tropa back in the lobby.
Yes, and Ousado was the first one to go back to the lobby in the Fluxo team, and I am sad because he is in my FF squad, so I hope they save him. But we have seen that Fluxo is very good with this fight, and I think that Liberty, even though they probably have the information that Fluxo lost a player, they are not going to make that rush, and if they did, we all know that Fluxo would be still very much of a candidate to win that rush because they are so aggressive and they are such skillful players. But let's see if Liberty is going to choose or not to make that rush.
Exactly, so now we see that Faki got on the car, probably is going to save Ousado in Central, but he needs to be very smart because Corinthians is there. Corinthians is probably waiting and already have information of the teams that are knew them, because we know that the drop calls is always the same for the teams. They don't want to change it. So that's something about the LBFF. And we see metagaming near the danger zone, which Real is already there. And now look at Ousado back in the game, Isa.
Yes, and look at that safe zone. It really did close to the southern island of Purgatory. We are seeing the island of Central Fire Brigade very much covered to the safe zone, and especially Corinthians has had a very good position, but Fluxo will have to make a rush towards Liberty if they want to get to the safe zone, because those houses in the back of Central that they are making their position at aren't safe yet. So we are going to see how they are going to work their rotation to get inside the next safe zone.
Exactly, and I saw Ousado using his MP40, and I was like, what are you doing? Because he was trying to explode the car. But now Liberty already did that. Liberty saw an opportunity to get rid of the car and just did that, which is very smart, because if they lose any players, they won't be able to go as fast as Faki did to save Ousado.
Yes, and we saw how easy it was for Faki to save Ousado. It was very fast. The revival resource is making a lot of difference. And look who is just getting to the island of Central. Loud, one of our most traditional teams, as we have said in the beginning of the broadcast, that isn't doing so well today. And we have Lost playing again. Lost was kind of on the back for Will, but look at this. Fluxo is going towards Liberty.
And Pato is already back in the lobby because Sia got the kill right now. They're going against Liberty in all rush. They doesn't want to lose the opportunity. And now look at Ousado. Got already 2 shots in tThe. tThe needs to be very careful. He's halved, so he needs to do the recuperation very fast. And now Ousado is also halved. Backzine already very hurt. Oh, Bobs on the other side got the kill. Japa got the kill against tThe. So, against tThe, no. Against another player of Liberty, but tThe is still alive. And also tThe. Sias went against tThe very fast, and tThe is on the floor. Back to the lobby. tThe is going to go away, of course, because he doesn't want to be ripped off the match.
Yes, and tThe is going to make a very fast escape if he can, because Magic Squad is on the other side of the hill, and Magic Squad may be a problem not only to Liberty but also to Fluxo, that is going to have to get out of that hill. Probably they're going to take another position. But Fluxo, that ultimately felt on the Central region, they should have gotten a better position in this kind of safe zone because it is so close to their drop call. But maybe we are going to see them getting towards those trailers. There's only Drax making his marcation for Magic Squad, and even though they don't have that information, if they try to make the advance, maybe Drax won't be able to knock down a lot of players.
Exactly, and look at tThe. tThe is only there, quiet, trying to stay alive, because, of course, none of the teams wants to go back to the lobby in the 11th place, which is going to be very bad for them if they do, because yesterday they had a normal performance. Wasn't bad, but wasn't excellent also, so now we have to see. Drax is just watching Fluxo, trying to get an opportunity. He has an AC-80 on his hand. And now we see Guaxa, which is the support of the team. And GodQ is not playing today. Oh, Loud is going against Corinthians. Now making their way against Corinthians. And Fonzin got down the 0-0 Nation player. Now we see Vitinho XP waiting for the opportunity. He has a good weapon in his hand and he's using it. Kawan already got his Chronos. Also Vitinho XP using his Chronos. Oh! Minus 71 for Kawan. Noda also suffering. Kawan is very halved right now. We know Vitinho XP is an excellent grenaded, so they need to be very smart about that. And also Lost is already there. Oh! Vitinho XP, what a good grenade! Got down one of the most good player of Loud. Back to the lobby. Zenaki 2 against Loudi. They really suffering, and now we have only one player of Loudi, which is Kawan, that is going to have to fight to stay alive.
Oh, and rough start for Loudi. Once again, they start off very badly. Probably Kawan will be soon eliminated. And we also have 0-0 Nation that is needing their points in a very bad situation right now. But let's check out about that, because the safe zone has closed completely towards Fire Brigade, towards the trailers. Just down Fire Brigade. And look, Black Dragon's Vasco is still completely alive.
And the safe zone and the gas is the MVP of this match, because look, a lot of players are going down and back to the lobby. Liberty!
Oh my god.
Davi was fine. Look at Leno, got half a X, and Ender got Pong. What a good performance. Now we see Eric. What a good grenade. Only Ender, he's going to have to fight to stay alive. Kawe, very smart right now. Ender is a really good player, so he needs to get to do everything that he can to save his team. Now we see Kawe halved, so now he's going to rush against Ender, and it is very half back to the lobby. BD Vasco didn't perform very well right now. Now we see Magic Squad against Fluxo. Rain of grenade. Drax has an MP5 on his hand. Bueno is on the floor. Fuck got knocked out. Bueno. Drax is knocked out also. Look at this play. See us. What a good bullet. Against Magic Squad, only one player up, which is Guasha, doing everything that he can not to go back to the lobby. But he's being very marked, and see us again. What a great player!
And Tia's made a very, very precise bullet of the grenade launcher in the end. And we are seeing how a team that really needs the points, Goji, that is the leader of Purgatory in this confrontation, and Corinthians and Fluxo, they are all full teams. We have a 4-on-4 because we have 16 players alive and 4 teams.
Exactly, so everyone has the same opportunity. Not so much, because we know that rotation is going to be hard to be making, and now we see Miguel X craving his getting his bullets against Corinthians, so it's very hard for Corinthians to rotate right now. Also, Real is waiting for the opportunity against Corinthians, and now we see God Unidas against Fluxo. Fluxo is trying to get in the safe spot, and look at God Unidas getting down everyone. Real is taking the opportunity, trying to rotate right now, and now we see Faki getting Viting XP back to the lobby. Now look at Higby. Higby got a really important player of Fluxo, which is Cias. Cias back to the lobby with 4 kills, and now we see Marreta. Marreta went down. Real is back to the lobby by God Unidas. What a good performance. It's Fluxo against God Unidas. God Unidas has their 4 players, and Fluxo only have 3 of them. It's a 4 against 3. Look, let's see who is going to have the best of it. Now we see Kawe, we see Mike on the floor. Booyah! God Unidas, great performance in this first match.
And God Unidas making the very first booyah of the day, of course, in Purgatory, which is their best map. And in this confrontation, God Unidas is the best team in Purgatory, and they are here showing us why. Because they have a lot of eliminations in this match, they were able to guarantee a very fair 4-on-4 against Fluxo, that is one of the most aggressive teams in the championship. So God Unidas showing not only that they can do very well on positioning wise, but also that they can take a team, whichever one it is, because they just took down Fluxo to get this beautiful booyah. And we also have Fluxo with a very good punctuation, a lot of eliminations. Look at that. Look at this punctuation.
And look at Higby. You put
yes,
him
I put him in
your
my FF squad.
yeah, so
I'm
now
so happy.
You're going to score a lot. I'm very sad because I didn't put him, but it's okay. Marreta is on God Unidas. He did a good performance, so I want to score a lot. So please, God Unidas, keep doing that. And now we see God Unidas with 22 points. We see Fluxo with 20 points. And also Real performing very well. We see 0-0 Nation with 7. BD Vasco with 5. Liberty 3. Los Grandes with 3. And Tropa with 1. Loud 0. Whoa,
Yes.
Isa, what's happening here?
We all would like to see what is going on with Loud, and we are going to have a soon-to-be vision of what that is. And we also have as the MVPs of this match, Cias and Faki. Faki that didn't make a lot of eliminations for the Fluxo team last week, but he is today showing that he's also a very good player and that he is just as much of a part of the Fluxo team as every other player, making 4 eliminations and of course being decisive in this match. But I am so curious to see how Lauji and Tropa are going to take the rest of the day, because starting off bad is usually very bad for the morals of the team, for the attitude of the players, and I am hoping that they can overcome that, because we are hoping to see the Tropa that was staring last season, and we saw them have a good performance even though they were debuting, and we of course are used to seeing Lauji being an aggressive, a good, a strong, powerful team, and I'm hoping to see that in this season still.
Yes, me too. I don't know what's happening with Loud. So now let's see the general standings. So yeah, we have Metagaming passing Vivo Cage with 3 points more than Vivo Cage, which is very good for them. Also 3 Booyahs, 90 kills. What was that? And we see in the third place, Corinthians FF with 195 points, 1 Booyah, 83 kills. We see Magic Squad with 189, 2 Booyahs and 73 kills. We see Fluxo also going up, and we see God Unidas going up also. We see Los Grandes now with 141 points, 2 Booyahs and 60 kills. We see BD Vasco with 128, 2 Booyahs and 58 kills. We see Liberty also going up, Tropa going down, and 0-0 Nation going up. And Loudi and Real having a really, really, really tough time.
Yes, but let's remember that Real scored well in this last match. They did, if I'm not wrong, 11 points, which is a good punctuation for one single match.
Yes.
They already went a little bit up in their punctuation. Of course, they are getting close to Lauji, and if Lauji keeps up with the bad performance, maybe we are going to have Real trespassing their position in the standings.
Yes, so now we're going to a quick break. Soon we're going to be back, so stay tuned. So now we are back. I told you guys it was going to be very fast, and we have our first Booyah, which was from God Unidas. They had a really great performance, and soon we're going to go to Kalahari. So I'm very excited about it. And please, pilot, please answer my calls.
And Kalahari is going to be a very different map. We have some teams that usually perform better in this map, like Corinthians and, if I'm not wrong, Metagaming. And we have a lot of different expectations for Kalahari because it is such a different map from the rest. And we will see soon if the teams that are on the bottom of the charts are going to be able to go up again. We are going to see the team's rotations. I am not expecting so much of a drop call fight, but we always hope that some team wants to make that aggressive advance right at the beginning of the match. And as well, we have some cases of airplane routes making it very hard for no one to encounter each other inside the map. So let's see if any of that happens. So far, we have God Unidas, Real, Fluxo having very good days. Let's see if they keep up the performance.
Exactly, and soon we're going to have our second map, or we're going to have our second match. So stay tuned about it. My expectations for this second map is very higher because we know that Kalahari is a map that is very open and gives more opportunity for the support players to get more aggressive, to get more opportunities of kills, and I like to see that it's a very a good fight of engaging. And we are also going to see some players using the high ground of Kalahari, which there is a lot of temps. And soon we are going to our second match. So stay tuned. Oh, not soon, but now. Let's go to our second match, Kalahari.
Let's go to Kalahari, and we are welcoming you guys to the second match of the day, the first match in the map of of Kalahari, sorry. And we are having the teams making their standard calls so far. No one is going to any kind of drop fights, and we are going to see how well these teams do in this map, in this confrontation, because we have had, as I said before, Corinthians doing well on this map. Black Dragons Vasco, also a highlight in Kalahari. They got one Booyah from Kalahari, and we are going to see what is going to happen. We have the blue zone towards the Old Hampton area favoring Liberty, and look who's in the screen. Goji, the latest receiver of the Booyah. They are making their call in Refinery. That is one of the favorite calls in the competitive scenario for Kalahari, if not the favorite, because it is such a centralized area and it has a lot of ways to get out of, to get into, and the players of Goji have a very good way to mark this spot, this region of the map, which is very good for them. So let's see, because Goji is also one of the candidates for the top of the standings, and if we see them doing well in this match, they are going to have a very good day.
Exactly. So now we see Marreta rotating, still looking for more resources. We see Higby that was very well on the latest match that we saw, and we see now Mike very slowly with his car. So I think that was better to go walking. And now we see Los Grandes in the playground call. They always choose this call, so it's a very good choice, because sooner or later there is going to be a lot of teams that are going to pass by from here, and we see some substitutions. We see Juan entering and Cebolinha out.
Yes, and Juan, it is very weird to not see him playing always on the team of Los Grandes, because we know that Juan is a former MVP of the LBFF. Juan is a very experienced, very good player, very aggressive as well. So when we don't see him in the squad, we always wonder what happened. So we have him entering in the place of Cebolinha. And let's see how Los Grandes does in this match, because Los Grandes doesn't have a very good point in the standings, doesn't have a very good spot, and they need to get their performance to be better. They need to fit in their game the best way possible if they want to get to the top of the standings and guarantee the spot in the finals.
Exactly. Now we see Metagaming doing a 2-2 tactic, still searching for more resources. It's a very good and also danger tactic to do this 2-2, because if you're far away from your teammate, is going to be a little bit hard if a enemy spot you and go against you. You're not gonna have support. You're not gonna have someone to help you with that confrontation. And now we see Eric still searching for more resources, and Fluxo getting near the refinery area.
Yes, and we have almost 4 minutes in the match yet. Fluxo is going to their standard platform. They usually always get this platform in the maps of Kalahari. It is very close to their drop call, which is the fountain area, and now they are going again to that platform where they usually set up a kind of a camp and stay there until the safe zone tells them to get out of it, and they make a very good mark of this position. But of course, we have Liberty as well in the screen. Liberty that didn't go so well in the last match and needs a better performance if they are hoping to get out of that access zone of the charts. And we are seeing Pato playing for them, Pekzin, Davi, and Drizzy.
Exactly. Now we see Pato with a very good weapon, which is the M4A1. And he's just watching it, seeing what's going to go on in this spot. They are very slow on their rotation, so I think that is going to take a very long time for them to advance against someone. We have passed by 5 minutes of this second match. We still have 12 teams with us and 48 players. So we know that Kalahari is starting very slowly. And now we see Real going, rotating in the port area.
Yes, and we see how fast these rotations are in the A series, because we always see teams making their way into their positionings before we have 5 minutes in the match. So very quickly they are getting out of their usual drop calls and making their way inside the safe zone. And we are seeing now Real that is in a good spot so far. We haven't seen so much how the safe zone is going to go, but Real that needs a better performance. And look, Meta almost caught Tropa flying in the air, and that would be very good for them if they could get a player in the launcher. But oh my god, in Bayfront area we have some confrontations.
Look at them, Loud here. They are not started very well, so we need to see it. And now we see Kawan with the grenade. Let's see if it's going to be a good one. Not a good one, because Los Grandes already moved themselves. Now we see Nada just marking, use his ice wall to get protection. Now we see Kawan again with the grenade. Let's see about it. Not very good. Also, Gus used his Chronos against it. No! Fonzin got down. Kawan 7. What a great play. Now Lost 21 got down MVR. Look at Faki getting some of the kills from Loudi. They are getting there and using the opportunity to get more and more kills. Also, BD Vasco is participating on this confrontation. They are very smart. And look at Gus! Great grenade! Got 2 kills against Loudi. Now we see Cias against Kawan 7. He's smart. Kawan has a good weapon, but also Cias has a good one. He's a very aggressive player. Fuck got down Kawan 7. Back to the lobby. And now Loudi only has one player, which is Kronos. He's known as the magic one, because he always escapes from this kind of confrontation and gets in the final match. But let's see if that's going to happen, because there is a lot of teams here. There is Big Diva. Oh no, that didn't happen, because Chucky went and got Kronos, so they got back to the lobby. What a good performance of BD Vasco and also Fluxo to get a good opportunity to get more kills. And now we see Fluxo against BD Vasco. Look at Osado, got the grenade. Ender is very heft. He needs to be very smart and already use his med kit again. And now we see Ousado just moving himself, trying to get an opportunity against BD Vasco. But BD Vasco right now is trying to get a little bit far from Fluxo. Ew! Cias with the grenade again! Very good performance. Cias always on fire. And now Jabba Bicaer was knocked down by Leno. Leno, which is a very good player and is showing more and more of his good performance. And there, what a headshot against Faki. Now we see Easy going against Fluxo. Cias knocked down Leno. Leno is back on the lobby. Ender with the grenade knocked down Cias. Look at Ousado, Max 7 on his hand. Knocked down Easy. Ousado, great performance. Now we see Chuck. He has a very good weapon and is going to use it. Oh! Ender! 3 kills!
And what a crowded Bayfront area. We had a lot of squads going towards that area. Los Grandes, Loud, Black Dragons Vasco, and Fluxo. And Black Dragons Vasco was able to completely wipe out all the squads around them. They, of course, lost Easy and Lando, but they probably won't have any trouble saving him with the store so close. And we are going to see Black Dragons Vasco going towards a very good match since they have already 6 eliminations and are with a good punctuation. Let's see if they're going to be able to save Leno. And of course we have Hang there playing very well. His grenade was very decisive in the confrontation and he was able to almost completely wipe out the Fluxo squad that was also very good in this confrontation. They had picked up a couple of kills, but they didn't manage to confront Black Dragons Vasco in the end.
Yes, which is very, very, very good for BD Vasco. They are performing very good, very well today, as we always have been seeing, right? Because in the B series, they already went very well. They was always very aggressive, and now we see Drizzy driving, which it looks like he drives like me, because he is knocking everything on his side down. And now we see the V also rotating by car, which is a tactic that most of the players are using it. And 10 minutes and 43 seconds of this second match, we have 9 teams with us and we have 35 players. They're going to the prison area. They need to be very smart about it, because today is not going to be easy for a lot of these teams. Like we said, Fluxo went back to the lobby, Los Grandes, and also Loud, which is very curious because they are very good teams, right? They are very big organizations, so it's very curious to see that they went so soon back to the lobby. And now we have Leno back to the match.
Yes, Black Dragons Vasco completely back and in the competition for the Booyah. And in the other side of the map, we have a confrontation between Corinthians and 00 Nation. And look at that, Acelada.
Yes, Dudu FF is already on the floor, knocked down. Now we see Hazuri with his AC-80 trying to have the pixel off someone's head to do a headshot. Also, we have a tweet. Let's see. Starting to be words of Loud in the LBFF. His word about Loud. Now we see in each match we have a new heart
attack.
Yes, heart attack. Yes, thank you. I got paralyzed here, and that's it. Yes, and that's true. I agree with her. In each match, we have a heart attack because the players are always improving themselves. And now we see Bueno in a confrontation. We see God Unidas suffering so soon in this confrontation. Tropa is aggressing themselves. Driz is on the floor. Leno is also having a good hard time. And we see Liberty going against the teams, advancing themselves, which is very good for them. And it's different than what we saw yesterday. Now back Zing, look at him. Knockdown Chucky, back to the lobby. Leno is on the floor, he's suffering right now, and we see a really good performance by Liberty.
Yes, and Black Dragons Vasco lost 2 players so soon, and so soon after they saved them. So let's see how the remaining 2 players of this team are able to keep up in the match. And Liberty with 2 kills, and look at that, they are just watching Corinthians, and they might pick up some kills more.
So look at tThe, the support of the team is doing his work, and in the other side of the match we see Kill It with the grenades. He's really good player, and he is wiping God Unidas down! God Unidas back to the lobby! Now we see tThe, he's trying to knock every one of the Corinthians out of the Kalahari match, but we know that Corinthians is the 3rd team that is who has the most punctuation here in Kalahari. Now we see a rain of grenades. Eric is a really good player. He's trying to knock Magic Squad down. Magic Squad has Bueno. Bueno is very halved right now, and Bobs is also doing the grenades. Kawe, and on the other side, got back to the lobby. Gasha is very hurt. He needs to be very careful. Now we see Kawe. We see Eric. Eric is trying to do his wiped out with his gun, which is very hard for him. And Ender with the mine. What a good tactic. Now we see Drizzy on the other side against BD Vasco. BD Vasco is really having a hard match. And now we see Eric using his ice wall, has protection. Rafa X went out. Oh, Rafa X, what a good play. Knocked down Drax. Drax is on the floor. Went back to the lobby. 0-0 Nation having a good performance against Corinthians. Corinthians is suffering right now. Only Vitinho XP alive. He needs to do everything that he can. He's doing a rain of grenade lockdown Loki. Corinthians back to the lobby. Meta Gaming back to the lobby. BD Vasco back to the lobby. Triple kill on Guacha hands. What a good performance of Magic Squad. Now we see Liberty also doing a good performance here in Kalahari. Everything is changing.
Yes, and the safe zone is shrinking, so we are going to have these teams starting to make their way into the safe zone. And of course, we have Real and Liberty, teams that are on the bottom of the standings, getting to the end of the match, to the end game once again, which is going to be very good for their punctuation. And we are hoping to see them going up the charts. And look at Tropa.
Look at Real. Real is doing a good performance. They have a good spot right now. And Mandela had a headshot. They need to be more careful. Look at MV7. He's doing a good performance. 0-0 Nation also in the grenades. They are trying to knock everyone down, but look at Japa. Japa knocked down Nicola. Nicola's on the floor. He's suffering a lot. Japa! Good. Got the kills. Already it's 3 kills for MV7. MV7 is he has a lot of kills on his hand right now, and Real is performing very well. But now Japa XL got down, he got knocked down, and now we see Antunes with the max 7. He needs to do a good performance right now if they want the booyah. Only VM7 on the other side. Antunes is trying to do everything that he can. I don't know why MV7 is on the other side and only Antunes is trying to get the kills, which is going to be very hard for him. I know that MV7 is trying to do the support of the team right now because Japa XL got knocked down, but now Antunes got knocked down by Magic Squad, which is on a safe zone. They have the best spot right now, so it's going to be very hard for the teams. Now we see that MV7 got up Japa XL, and now Magic Squad is doing a really good match. Just knocked down MV7. MV7 back to the lobby. Liberty White Cloud. Only Guacha on a team against Japa XL. Booyah! Magic Squad, amazing!
And Magic Squad squad that performed very well yesterday, having once again a Booyah and Kalahari, and we have them testing a new casting of their squad. Godkill, which is one of their newest hires, isn't playing, and they were able to manage to get the Booyah with 8 eliminations, if I'm not wrong, and 8 eliminations and a Booyah is a lot of punctuation. So Magic Squad doing very well. Also, we cannot talk about Real, because Real is a team that was very much in the bottom position. They were doing very badly, and I am very curious to see if they have passed Loud in the standings, because Real just had a very good match. If I'm not wrong, they were in the second place with like 6 eliminations. So let's see if Real was able to pass Loud, because they had 16 points. And look at that, Magic Squad with 20 points. Guacha being the MVP of the match, showing that Magic Squad is a squad that is strong in any formation, in any escalation. And look at the other punctuations, Alara.
Now we see Real with 16 points. Like Isa said, they are performing very well today. Now we see Liberty with 14 points. BD Vasco with 12. We see Tropa with 10, which is good for them because they are having a little bit of a tough time. And we see in the 60th place, 00 Nation with 10 points. And right now we're going to see the other side of the punctuation in a little bit. And we also have the highlights that we can see Rafa X doing a good performance. We see Ender also in the MVP of this match. And now we see the other side of the standings. We see Metagame with 6 points. We see Fluxo with 6. Corinthians with 4. God Unidas with 3. And we see Los Grandes with 2. And again, Loud having a really rough time.
Yes, Loud is having a rough time once again, and we are starting to worry because when a team performs, has a bad performance for such a long time, because we have had Loud playing a lot today. Not only today, but in the last week, they have played a lot of matches already. And if we don't have them doing such a good performance, it affects the psychological situation of the players. It affects their moral. It affects everything on how they play, because they lose a little bit of that confidence. That, of course, is a huge advantage in the rush.
Exactly. So now we're going to see the general standings. Oh, look at Meta Gaming still in the first place, and in the second place we see Magic Squad with 209 too, but the kills punctuation is different. We see Magic Squad with 81, we see Meta Game with 92, we see Corinthians going down with 199 points, only 1 Booyah and 84 kills. We see Fluxo in the 5th place with 107, 94 kills. We see God Unidas with 150, 4 Booyahs, which is the highest of the Booyahs is for them. We see Los Grandes with 143, which is good for them because they are going up. We see BD Vasco with 140 is still in the same place. We see Liberty going in the same place too, but they are improving themselves. And we see Tropa is still in the same place. Real is going up, which means Loud is going down. And I don't think the people that are cheering for them is going to be happy.
Yes, Loud taking over the last position of the standings. Real was able to pass them. It is not a big difference, but it is a difference that is considerable. So we are going to see how Loud is going to handle that, because as I said before, when you have a long amount of time doing a bad performance, it affects everything on how the gameplay of the team. It affects, it changes the whole game style of a squad. So we are going to see how this bad performance is going to affect Loud, because of course we are cheering for them to get out of this bad phase, because we want to see all teams in their good phases and have the most competitive LBFF, of course, as always.
Exactly. In my opinion, I do think that this LBFF is the most competitive one, especially because it gives the chance of the player goes to the World Championship, and I know that is the dream of every organization to go to the World Championship. So let's keep up about that. And soon we're going to have Bermuda, which is the most classical map in the LBFF league. And I'm very excited to see how the teams are going to perform. We saw that even though Corinthians is the third best one in Kalahari, they didn't perform very well.
Yes, we have a lot of teams that stand out in Bermuda as all maps, and we have to see how their performance is going to go because Bermuda, as you said, is a classical map. It usually favors teams that are veterans, but let's see how the newbies, how the newcomers do in the map of Bermuda because we are having some exceptional performances. We are having How doing very well. We are having Magic Squad doing exceptionally well. We are having Fluxo not doing so well, but a little bit. They have a leveled performance, so let's see how these teams do. And of course, we are living and very curious to see how Laude is going to handle this match.
Exactly, and also in Bermuda, we know that BD Vasco is a really higher team. They punctuate very well. They have like good scores and everything in kills. So let's see if they're going to improve themselves here in the third match. And soon we're going to have it. So I'm very excited about it. And if you don't follow us in our social medias, just do it now. What are you waiting for it? So follow us, and also if you want to know more about the general standings and the highlights of the day, just follow FF Esports BR, okay? And let's see who is going to take the best of this third match because I'm very excited about it. I want to know if the teams are going to keep improving themselves or they're going down. So soon we're going to have it. And please let us know if you're liking the broadcast. And now we have the third match of the day in Bermuda. Let's see who is going to rise and who is going down.
Yes, let's see about that. We have the first Bermuda of the day. We are going to see right now a very democratic airplane route. Once again, the teams are going to have no trouble getting towards their usual drop calls. And we have Los Grandes in Observatory, Laude in Graveyard, Black Dragons Vasco going towards Shipyard, Fluxo in Peak, Tropa going towards Factory, Pushinoki and Mars Electric, Meta in Clock Tower, Real in Angar, very different call, Magic Squad of course in Bimazaki.
Exactly. Now we see the divisions of drop calls. We see that the teams are looking for more resources. That's the main thing that they do when they fall down to their dropped calls. So that's very normally. And we see Drax there trying to do their best. And I'm very not happy. Happy is not the word, but I'm very surprised that Magic Squad is a newcomer here in LBFF, even though the players are not newcomers. We know that the players already have the experience of the LBFF, even though Boppy's last split didn't had a lot of chances to show his game. Now he's having this opportunity as a captain, and he has shown that he's a really good player. He's improving himself in every match that we see, so that's very good for them. And we see Magic Squad rotating very soon.
Yes, and Magic Squad that counts with Guasha and Bueno that came straight from the LBFF B series. So look at that. We have a fun fact in our screen. Lukingi is the only coach of the LBFF who has been champion as a player. He won with Team Liquid the first edition of the LBFF, LBFF 1. So Lukingi was a champion, and now he is the coach of Magic Squad, which is the team we are talking about so far. And they are a very strong team. And of course, they are surprising us, as Acelera said, because it usually takes a little longer for new teams and recently fitted teams like Magic Squad to really be able to fit their game well, to connect their game well. But Magic Squad has had no trouble making their game, and they are doing very well and, of course, competing for the leadership of the championship.
Exactly, and now has passed in 3 minutes, almost 3 minutes of this third match. We see now BD Vasco in their normal call, and they know that Loud is in their side, right? We know that Loud always drop call in Buse, so let's see who is going to have the best of it, because we know in the rotation, BD Vasco can rotate towards Loud call. And we see Lost 21, which is a newcomer in Loudi, but they are having a little bit of a rough time adjusting themselves. I don't know what is happening, but which is not very common for Loud to be doing a bad performance in LBFF. And we see Kronos there still looking for more resources. Also, we see Lost 21 looking for more resources. He's making more ice walls, and he has an AC-80 on his hand, which is a very powerful weapon. And we see Noda with 7 ice walls, which is good for him. And Kawan 7, which is a little bit far away from the rest of the team, and BD Vasco is still looking for more resources. So in this third match, everything is very calm. Everything is, just the players are still looking for more resources, looking for more coins, obviously, because if they get in a confrontation, they will have the opportunity to save their team players and their teammates. So that's what we're going to see. And now we see Leno calm, still looking for more resources, and that's it by now.
Yes, and Black Dragon Vasco that knows how to work very well this call of Shipyard. They are making their loot. We are reaching 5 minutes into the match, which means that the teams are usually making their rotation for this point. And we see Metagaming going towards Factory, where Tropa was making their loot a couple of minutes ago. We are going to see if any teams are going to engage in any fights or fight so soon in the match and in our Bermuda match. But so far we have had no confrontations and any kinds of teams looking at each other or trying to take vision of other teams, which means that right now we have a very steady game, a very strategic game, and the teams know each other too well, and they of course are going to start meeting soon how Tropa is doing with Fluxo right now.
So something that I have observed is that Tropa always make that advance against the teams, and they end up in a very bad situation. So I think that they should change it. They should be more steady in the matches, so they catch another team without their knowing it. I think is going to be better for them, is going to be the best of it. And now we see Cias just looking at the Tropa team. They are just waiting for the Tropa advance. Of course, they are not going to advance at it. They have a cover situation right now, so they don't need to go against the Tropa. And now we see Real going against 0-0 Nation. 1-9 is all by himself, so he needs to be very careful. Now we see MV7 trying to kill 1-9, so that's a very hard situation for him. He's using his gun to get him down, and Antunes got down 1-9. 1-9 back to the lobby. Now we see Antunes with his car 98. He's using it. He's trying to get the pixel of Lucky God. He needs to be very careful on that spot, because we know Antunes, if he gets the pixel, he's not gonna forgive the 0-0 Nation team.
Yes, and they need those eliminations. 0-0 Nation needs as well those eliminations. So whichever team we have going back to the lobby, it's going to be very bad for them.
Exactly, now we see Antunes using the ice wall, has protection. Oh, dude just used his Skylar and knocked down Antunes. Antunes on the floor. Triple X is trying to knock down the player of 0-0 Nation. He's doing a lot of rains of grenades right now, which is a hard situation. Dudu got Antunes back to the lobby. Triple X got Dudu knocked down. Lucky God is trying to get away of this situation, but it's very, very hard for him right now. So I don't know what 0-0 Nation is going to do. The best thing to do, I think, is try to go away to get away and then save the rest of the team. But I don't think Real is going to let that happen. Now look at Triple X going against Lucky God. Lucky God has... Oh, back to the lobby! Now we see Real wiping down 0-0 Nation. And we have a confrontation of Fluxo, Loud, and Corinthians and Tropa in the same spot, which is Coratua.
Yes, and the safe zone seems to be reaching towards that region. Of course, we have had Real making a very good confrontation against 0-0 Nation. They probably will be able to save Antunes. And we know that Real really need this punctuation to get out of the relegation zone, but Laude does as well. And they seem to be making a very dangerous move. I don't know exactly why Kawan made this kind of passage right now, but we are going to have Laude being heavily aimed by Fluxo.
Exactly, and it seems like Tropa and Corinthians is trying to do the same tactic, both of them trying to advance, and now Loud is being very smart. They're trying to pass, they're trying to go away. Probably
God,
they didn't
Kawan
know that
not
they
doing
were
that.
there. Oh, look at Japa, got down Kawan! Kawan is back to the lobby. Now we see Fluxo going against Loud, which is a very bad situation for one of these teams. They need to do everything they can to win this confrontation. One of them is probably going to win, so let's see who is going to get the best of it. And also Corinthians is trying to pass back. Oh, lost 21, got down Cia. Cia is back to the lobby. Both of these teams lost their main player.
Yes, and we have right now, Lauji will probably be able to save Kawan because there is a store just up the hill. If they are able to climb up the hill, of course, they will be able to save Kawan. But we need to see how Fluxo is going to do without Cias because there are no stores around them. And look at that. Los Grandes is standing in the garage. Tropa is in the hill. And we have a lot of teams on the edge of Pochinoki, which means that the safe zone has closed, centralizing to Cotatua and to the hill area of Sentosa. So we are going to see how the teams will make their rotation to be able to guarantee the Booyah inside this very difficult safe zone.
Yes, there is a lot of teams there. There's going to be a party of kills here because there is such a hard situation for many of them. And now Noda got knocked down. Look at Ender. Ender is a really, really good player. He's very aggressive, but now he's halved. He needs to use his mat kit. Now we see Fluxo using Skylar against the BD Vasco. Japa knocked down Ender, which is a very important player by BD Vasco. Ender is back on the play. And now Faki got down Ender again. BD Vasco is not in an easy situation. They can go away from there because they have a almost safe pass. But now we see Loud trying to doesn't letting them pass and go away. So BD Vasco now is going to probably go away from this confrontation, and we see Loud in a very hard situation right now.
Yes, and Black Dragons Vasco almost got into a fight they couldn't possibly win because they would have a lot of disadvantage in the position, but look at this.
Miguel against the Fluxo players. He's going all the way in. Already have Fak on the floor. Fak back in the lobby. Now we see Miguel again. Higby also in the lobby. Japabika Air doing a very good is the tragic way. Now we see Miguel X knocking down Ousado. Ousado back to the lobby. Fluxo suffering in this third match is...
Yes, and Fluxo, that is a team that we have high expectations for. Going back to the lobby, Japa BKR, of course, is still alive, but he is going to have a very hard time. As we saw right now, Fluxo knocked down in the 11th position. God Unidas, good start for Bermuda as well. We have Black Dragons Vasco positioned up the hill, which is a good position, but if the safe zone shrinks towards downhill, they are going to have a bad situation to get down the hill. And we have Lauji is still alive, and they might be able to save Kawan still if they go to the store inside the shed. But look at that. What is Mahita doing? Because he was prone to great. I think he thought Japa BKR was still alive.
He got the grenade in himself. I don't know what happened there. I think he calculated wrong. So now we see Tropa against Liberty. Pekizin has a cover, but however, Drizzy only has his ice walls. And we see Mandela doing some strategic ways to try to get Pekizin. And we see Killet in a rain of grenades. Oh, look at the danger. Imagine if someone got knocked down. I would like that.
Very hard danger zone for all teams that are in the hill of Catatua, because it is going to be hard for them to not get knocked down by the danger zone. And look at the danger.
And now Drizzy very hot, is very hot. Also BL very hot. They are suffering right now. Moreira has a good position and knocked down Drizzy. Drizzy's on the floor, also suffering. Pekzin has a cover. Oh, headshot in Pekzin. Pekzin got a nice wall to use as protection. He's trying to stay alive, using his med kit to get 100% of his life. But now we see Mandela and also his teammate going against Pekzin. He's not having a way out. Liberty wiped out and back to the lobbies.
Yes, and Tropa finally having a good match so far. But look at how the hill is.
Oh, very hard situation. We see Noda getting some kills there. We see Zenaki and Hazuri on the floor, but look at him! What a good performance. Miguel went all the way down and went and knocked down some players. He's trying to get the kills. He's very smart. Only man God, and Zenaki is up, and also Hazuri. Hazuri is very hot. He's trying to use his med kit. Now we see Zenaki going against God Unidas. Miguel X is trying to save his teammate, but he is in a very hard situation. We know that the safe zone is closing it, so the safe zone is going to get all his life down, and Bueno got knocked down by the safe zone.
Yes, and we have Meta still alive, Magic Squad still alive, in one border of the safe zone in which they will have to inevitably confront each other. Of course, Meta Gaming is the current leader of punctuation in the Bermuda map, so let's see if they own up to that reputation, and Magic Squad seems to be making their advance.
Magic Squad is not a team that is afraid of advantage. And look at Bobs, knocked down Eric. Eric is on the floor. Now Drax is very hefty. He's trying to do his best. Guacha has support, doing a very standard move. Good move. He knocked down and got the kill. Now we see Drax recovering himself. He's trying to advance against the Meta Gaming team, but now they choose to go to the safe spot. They know that it's very important to do that because the gas is going to knock down some players if they don't do that.
Yes, and look at Guacha's positioning, how good it was for the confrontation between Meta Gaming and Magic Squad. Guacha's position was very decisive, and we have Lauji making a good match so far.
And look at Tropa, aggressive in themselves is only Zenaki! Corinthians wiped out! Back to the lobby! Tropa got all the kills, and now Kronos. Kronos is doing everything to stay alive. We see Lauji in a good position with 2 players, but Kronos is suffering, so we see quadra kill for Lauji right now. Moreira doing everything he can. Ender got killed by the safe zone. So now BD Vasco back to the lobby. Now we see Killet doing a rain of grenades, trying his best. Mandela knocked 2 down. What was that? Great performance by Tropa right now. They are going up They were reacting themselves. They are trying their best. Wiped out by Tropa. Magic Squad back to the lobby. Now we have only 3 teams. We have Metagaming, Loud, and Tropa doing their best. Tropa with all the 4 players up. We see Metagame with only 2 players, and also Loud with only 2 players.
Yes, Loud making a very good recovery game. They only have 2 players and still very good in the match. Of course, Tropa is the highlight. Look at their amount of eliminations, and let's see what the safe zone holds for Loud.
Mandela and BL, what a good duo. They are just improving themselves as always, and Mandela is having a good performance in this match. We see Mandela and BL knocked down. Look at Kill It! Booyah! Tropa reacting themselves is going up, rising is
amazing match by Tropa. We have them making a show of punctuation with this Booyah and a lot of eliminations. They are sure to guarantee a better spot in the standings. Of course, we have had Mandela, BL, Killage, and Moreira making a very good Bermuda. Bermuda that usually isn't Tropa's best map, but they played very well, and congratulations for them. But of course, we're going to talk a little bit about Lauji, the team that is in the bottom position now, making a good match. Finally, probably the first match they've had in the championship that was good, that was actually good. So we have Lauji making a good match in Bermuda, and let's see if they are up or down in the standings soon. But first, we have to check out the punctuation of the match.
Exactly. But before we check the punctuation, let's go to the highlights. So we see that. Oh yeah, we now see the punctuation and the highlights. We see that Tropa got 26 points. What was that?
That's a lot of points.
It blew my mind right now. So Tropa is rising themselves as they really do need it. We know that. And also Loud is rising themselves as they have 14 points. We know that they didn't play very aggressively, but they went all the way to get a safe spot. They were playing very safely. They were very careful during this third match, which is very important for them because they are not improving themselves. And now they're rising, so that's good. And we see God Unidas with 6 points, Real with 6 points, Los Grandes 4, Liberty with 1, Fluxo with 1, and 0 Nation with 1. BL was the MVP of this match, and he had a really good match because he was amazing. And also Kill It in that moment was very important. He did everything that he could, and what a perfect grenade.
Yes, and looking at the punctuation, we have a good notion that Tropa is going to go up the standings, so let's check that right now.
Yes, let's check the standings right now. Whoa.
And Loud is once again back to the top 16. They have passed Real once again.
And also Netshoes Miners, which they are really having a hard time in LBFF, as we have seen in the last split and also in this split. And in the first place, we see Magic Squad with 220 points, 3 booyahs, 85 kills. We see Metagaming with 219, 3 booyahs and 94 points, so they are very aggressive team. We see Corinthians with 206, 1 booyah and 86 kills. We see Fluxo in the same spot that they were. They had a hard time in this last match. We see God Unidas in the same spot that they were. We see BD Vasco improving themselves, going up. They have 152 points, 2 booyahs and 71 kills. We see Los Grandes going down. We see Tropa going up. Whoa, that's a good change. And also, as you said, Loud going up. I'm sorry, and Real Esports going down with 89 points and only 1 booyah and 29 points. They, kills. They are the worst teams in the kills. They doesn't have a lot of kills, but now they're improving themselves. Even though they didn't have a a very good third match. They are improving themselves.
Yes, Real doing very well today. So far, we are going to see how the rest of the half of the day is going to go, but we have Magic Squad as our current leader of the charts. And Magic Squad, if they do well in those last 3 matches, they are going to be able to create a good difference out of Vivo Cage that was our leader yesterday. So let's see if Magic Squad is able to create that difference, those extra points in safety, so they can guarantee the leadership of our standings here in the LBFF.
Maybe we are going to have a triple booyah. Why not? I'm counting on it. I know it's a very hard thing to do.
That's gonna be hard.
That's going to be very hard because the teams playing today, they are not easily knocked down. And now follow our social medias. If you're not following it, go do it right now. It's FF Sports BR, so you get all the news, all the stand-ins, all the highlights. So do it. And we're going in a soon break. It's going to be a short one, so stay tuned, and we are going to be back soon.
tThe trying some shots out. He will try to rotate. He enters the zone. Hype will put the first player down. Phoenix is the one down. Bexing gets the kill, but MTS brings it back with the grenade. He kills tThe. He eliminates tThe and sends him back to the lobby. Let's see now a 3-on-3 fight between those two teams. tThe using the side to try to close the distance. Boss will put him down with a nice shot from the XM. And Put On brings it also with the next 7. Only one player to fight for Liberty. Bexing tried to bring it back, but Liberty is going back to the lobby. The God United squad that was coming for the fight against Vasco and Corinthians. But now look at Fluxo. They left their house and they entered the fight where 0-0 Nation was not prepared. They were trying to use the bad kits to heal and they were not fully prepared for this fight. Now Fluxo already getting 2 kills, 2 players down for the 0-0 Nation squad, and see us with the grenade. Now puts 1-9 to the floor. Now he finishes off 1-9 and gets the triple kill. 7 kills onto the hand of Fluxo. Nice job once again getting points onto eliminations. Japa BKR will get to do FFX. There is only one player to fight for 0-0 Nation, and it's Lucky God. He's trying to rotate, he's trying to run. Vasco is still on the fight and on the edges of that same house, and Bexing will get the kill. Price right now. Los Grandes with the sights on the guys from 00 Nation. Phone will put 1-9 to the floor with a nice shot from the FAMAS. One also using the sniper rifle and putting Eric to the floor. Now 1-9 is in a bad position to be helped,
my
and
God.
Phone will put Nicholas to the floor. Only Lucky got to try to save 00 Nation. What a bad rotation, what a bad movement from 00 Nation, opening up for Los Grandes. Now the teams are facing each other, and what a grenade! Gus putting Lucky God with a grenade straight back to the lobby. Zone will push them inside of the circle. Now we have General with the grenade launcher shot. 2 kills, 2 more kills for General! Destroying Corinthians over there. Vivo Kid is showing their fangs. They want to take a bite at the booyah, and they only have to deal with that choose miners for it. Modestia, he's by the side of the hills. General is getting to him. Nando 9 rushing, trying to go over Hick. He puts Rick down, but Natividade brings it back. Now it's a 2-on-2 fight. What an amazing fight right now. Natividade rotating. Modestia goes after him. That guy has to deal with Rick. 401 matches of experience. He tries to put him down. Oh my God, that God! It's a booyah! Vivo K! What an incredible fight!
And now we are back from our short break, and we have seen the top 4 highlights that we had, and it was very interesting. Some of them, some of those highlights, some of them with the grenades, which is still on the meta. It's still very important. It has a tactic, so that's what we have been seeing a lot here in the LBFF. So, yeah.
Yes, and if you guys think that those plays were so good, you can keep up with us. You can tell us what do you think your favorite highlights was. And now we are going towards the second half of the day today. We are going to see that famous repeating cycle. We'll have Purgatory, Kalahari, and Bermuda. So let's check out which teams have learned and have improved their game for this last couple of matches.
Yes, we have been seeing some changes, some teams going up, some teams going down, and then in the other match they change it, they go up. So it's a very good day. It's a day that we can't say that something's going to happen exactly, because everything is changing all the time, and that's LBFF. That's the championship is always changing, and the teams is always improving, trying to do their best. So soon we're going to have Purgatory. I'm very excited about it, because in the first match that we had in Purgatory, God Unidas was just on fire. They did smart rotations. They were good in their tactics. So I'm excited to see that. Some teams in Purgatory did very well. So let's see if they learned from the first match and what they're going to change.
Yes, we are hoping to see some different game styles, some different gameplays from teams that didn't do so well in the day, and we are hoping to see Tropa and Lounge keeping up with their good performance, because they are in the bottom. Not Tropa anymore, because Tropa was able to get a very good punctuation from this last match, but Tropa is still in the middle of the charts of the standings, so we would like to see Tropa and Lounge keeping up with the good performance to make, of course, our LBFF even more competitive.
Exactly. So soon we're going to have the 4th match, and I'm very excited about it. I really want to know which team is going to get the booyah. So let us know, who do you think is going to get the booyah? What the team are you cheering for? Because I'm not cheering for anyone. I just like to watch all the confrontations, of course. I like the chaos, all the rising and the down, because I think it's very interesting. I like the competition to be very full of surprises. So that's what we are going to see about it. And we know that in Purgatory we have some teams that are better than others, even though sometimes it changes, because in Kalahari, Corinthians was the third one, the best third one team in Kalahari, but they didn't had a really good performance, and Purgatory and Bermuda, we know that Fluxo, BD Vasco does a good BD Vasco does a good performance in Bermuda, but it wasn't so good. And now we have almost the last match. We have the fourth match. Let's see who is going to take the best of it.
Welcome again to Purgatory. We are reaching the second half of our day today in this confrontation between groups B and C. And let's see, in the last Purgatory match, we didn't see any teams confronting each other. We are hoping to see that again. We are expecting to see that again. Fluxo going towards Central as usual. Tropa getting the blue zone as a reward for their latest booyah. And we are seeing Black Dragon Vasco as always in Mode House, Meta in Ski, Magic Squad in Forge, Magic Squad that usually takes over Vivo Cage's usual drop calls when Vivo Cage is not playing. But look at that, Liberty and Los Grandes, I was wrong. We have Liberty and Los Grandes falling down together, and it seems that it really was a choice of Liberty to fall down in Brazil, in the Brasilia area, because Liberty could have gone to Fire Brigade, but they didn't.
Gus! Headshot in Drizzy. Drizzy knocked down. He's on the floor right now, suffering a lot. And we see Los Grandes aggressiving themselves against Liberty, which it seems like wasn't a very wise choice to be dividing this drop call with Los Grandes. Of course, that Gus is going to try to finalize the player, try to get the kill. Gus right now is very halved as well. So let's see who is going to get the best of it. Gus just used his Chronos, and Paxing is suffering. MVR2. Everyone is shooting each other. Look at Ponzing. Ponzing with 30 of HP just knocked down 2 players of Liberty. They only have, wait for it. Yes, they only have 1 players. A lot of headshots. 1. And I don't have any words about it. Was just a perfect wiped out of Liberty. Liberty wasn't making a wise choice to be going against Los Grandes in this moment, because we know that the first team that is on the floor is a team that is going to get the best of the resources of the confrontation, and that's what we saw. Now we have Bungie going to the yellow drop. Let's see if he's going to find something good. Otherwise than the coins. That is very important as well. And we see Bop is still searching for more resources. We see the Magic Squad all calm here in the Forge area. And we see some substitutions. We see Italo getting in, and we see another player getting out. Drax got out, and which is it's a good choice for them, but I don't know if it is so surprising for anyone that Magic Squad is always changing their player in the half of the LBFF. They are always giving opportunities for all the players, so I think that's very good. And also, even though they change the players, they're always good. So
yes, and it is important that in this phase of the championship, we have, but look at the replay. We had this amazing confrontation between Los Grandes and Liberty. Liberty that, as you said, probably didn't make the right choice going to that drop call fight because they aren't so well on the standings, and they could have had Fire Brigade all to themselves. So, not a good choice for Liberty to go down to Brasilia area because Los Grandes is showing that this is their area. But as I was talking about Magic Squad, we are early on the championship, which means that this is precisely the time to test all of your escalations, all of your castings possible in the squad, testing your rotations, testing your calls, testing simply everything, because when the team gets to the final, they can't be testing anything. They have to have their best game possible already established and already practiced. So if we're seeing Magic Squad, that is a team that is doing so well up until this point, and they are already testing a lot of calls, we are going to see them in the finals having a lot of work.
And now God Unidas is having a lot of work because 2 players got knocked down by Zenaki. We see Vitinho XP aggressive himself against God Unidas. Also 0-0 Nation is passing by car with all the players in it. And it's all good for them because they just passed. He's in the bridge right now. They are in the bridge right now, and God Unidas only have now 2 players. They are probably going to use the revival system, and we see everything calming down. By this point, we have passed 5 minutes and 25 right now seconds of the fourth match. We have 11 teams with us and 42 players. So the first team got back in the lobby was Liberty, which, as Isa said, didn't made a very wise choice.
Yes, and now we see 0-0 Nation. That is a team that also isn't doing well today. They aren't in a very solid position in the standings, which means that they should focus on doing better. And look at Loud getting with their cars towards that region of Marble Works. Corinthians is close, but not too close, so they will be able to mark that position. And if they want to keep up with that position, but we have 6 minutes in the match. Most teams have already made their rotations, and we are going to see probably a safe zone closing towards that area that Cloudy is at right now, towards Marble Works, maybe catching some of Quarry, because the teams are positioned there not by coincidence. They are positioned there because they have a predict of the safe zone, so it is always interesting to observe how they take their positions because it tells us a lot about the safe zone.
Exactly. Now we have seen that the fourth match is very calm. The teams are just rotating, trying to get all the tactics in the place where they are going to be for the rest of the match. And we see Hazuri just waiting for it. They have information, of course, of Loud, so he's just observing it, trying to get a pixel to go against Loud. But I don't think that he's going to get any pixel because Loud already know that some teams is nearby them, so that's something to watch. And we see Vitinho XP with the AC-80 on his hand, and that's something that we are always seeing, the players using the one-shot guns here in this meta, which is very good for them, and it's a they are very powerful weapons, the one-shot guns, so that's why they usually use them. And now we see us just waiting. They are marking this bridge because they probably have information that some team is trying to get past. Ew! Japa BKI just got his first blood. No, the second blood, just correcting it. He's got his second blood, 2 kills on his hand. They have information that Real is trying to pass by, and they are not gonna let it happen.
Yes, and Real is making their escape. If Fluxo gets vision of Antunes, Antunes is in a very bad situation. But I am thinking that he is going to be able to escape because, but he won't.
He tried to run, but Ousado got there and said, no. I'm sorry, my friend, but you can't go away. So now Fluxo gets 3 kills and probably going to see if there is something there that they like. Fluxo is starting Bermuda very well, as we have been seeing, but it's very curious that we haven't been seeing a lot of aggression from other teams in this fourth match. Probably they are going to let it for the end of the game.
Yes, and Fluxo already with 3 eliminations. They should set up in a good position inside the safe zone, because Fluxo, as great of a team as it is, isn't having such a good day as we normally expect from them. And look at Godge. Godge's Higby is inside campsite right now, inside the gas zone, because he's probably waiting to get a predict of the safe zone, and that just shows us how Godge plays for that strategy, plays for the Booyah, and tries to always be able to really make that that delayed rotation so they can get inside the safe zone, even with the project of the safe zone. So let's see how Goji will make their move. We have Corinthians in a very good position, 0-0 Nation as well, Laude. Black Dragons Vasco also in a strong position, and Mandela is alone over there. And we are going to have some teams trying to enter the safe zone, how Metagaming is doing right now.
Yes, and it's 10 minutes of this fourth match. Nothing is happening so soon. We have 11 teams with us, 41 players, so everything is just calm. The players are observing themselves. Of course, the LBFF A series is a very, very, very competitive championship. So of course the players are going to take it easy, are going to observe and try to do the best tactic that they know, as we have been seeing God Unidas doing it. And now we see Lucky God trying to get his drop to get more loot. And Hazuri is still trying to get more information from Laude, trying to get a vision of them, but of course Laude is not going to show themselves right now. And we see Corinthians with 2 kills so far. Zenaki has 4 med kits, only 1 ice. He's probably doing more ice. Ew, and Real just saved one of their players. So Real is putting back all of their players together because they had a really rough time passing by the lake because Fluxo was there marking them. Now we see Bungie trying to get more loot. Fonzin observing the players from Fluxo, so they are now against each other, advancing against each other. Now we see Faki doing a nice wall to go against Los Grandes, but they probably going to go away, choose another pass, because they know that it's important to get in the safe zone.
Yes, and Fluxo is really holding up their game. They're waiting so far. The match has obviously cooled down a little bit, but we still have 41 players alive, and the safe zone is getting really small, dangerously small for this amount of people.
Yes, and now Japa BKR just got triple kills because the player...
Oh my god!
No! The player that were back from Real just got knocked down, and now Fluxo is trying to knock down all the players from God Unidas. Ousado has an AC 80 on his hand. He's trying to move fast than the players from God Unidas. He needs to be very careful right now. Mike is very huffed. Miguel X is trying to do the grenades. Cias is doing all the grenades. It's going to be a rain of grenades right now. Cias, knock down Miguel X. Miguel X is on the floor. He's having a really rough time. More grenades from Cias. He's going to move himself. They need to aggressive themselves and go against God Unidas. All of them is trying to save Miguel. Cias just got the kill against Miguel. God Unidas without one of their players. Ousado knocked down by Higby. Higby is really a good player. He has a vision of game, but he also got knocked down.
Yes, Rigby that has been playing so very well, but Goji is going to suffer inside the gas, and we know that the gas takes a lot of damage in this point in the match. And we are going to have CS trying to pick up Mike's elimination, but he doesn't seem to be able to. Fluxo already with 6 eliminations. Of course, it's still early, because if they fall right now, they are going to fall in the 11th position. But so far, a good match for Fluxo. Los Grandes also making their marcation in the negative of the rivers. So let's see how they're going to be able to keep up with this match.
Guaxa just used his Skyler against Los Grandes to try to get the kill against MVR. MVR is already back on the match, and we see Magic Squad again with the aggressivity, again doing everything they can to get more and more kills. It's a team that is playing with a lot of smartness, so that's something not new, of course, but it's something good for them. And we see MVR already 100%. And on the other side, look at Laude. Tropa 2 again against 0-0 Nation. We see Faki against 0-0 Nation. Nicolas is on the floor right now. Laude against Metagaming. Look, minus 52. Eric on his life, so he needs to be very smart about it. Kawan got back. He is smart. He's trying to get a strategic pass He's trying to not let metagaming pass by them, so they are protecting themselves, but they need to be very smart because Corinthians is also marking them. And now we see Fluxo against Tropa. Fluxo doing everything they can. BL knocked down a player. Now we see BL knock down Fak. Fak is on the floor. Mandela also on the floor. Ousado against Mandela. Mandela now suffering himself with CBL going against all the players from Fluxo. He has a really good gun, but Ousado knocked down BL. Only Japa, Bika, Air, Ousado in Faki, but Fak got knocked down by Killit. Killit did again. Knocked down Ousado as well. Killit is trying to get the kill. It's 1 by 1. Killit amazing, Isa. And now we see Bueno surfing as well. Bueno got knocked down. Guacha knocked down 2 players of Los Grandes. They need to do everything they can to stay back and rise in this play. Magic Squad got back in the lobby.
Yes, and how well did Killit play in this confrontation? I can't put up in words, but Tropa coming strongly with 3 players to the end game, and Corinthians, of course, in the best position.
Kawan got knocked down by Pong. Pong got the kill! Look at Loss! What a good play! 3 kills for Loud, and now he's trying to save their players, but of course, BD Vasco is advancing themselves. They are aggressiving themselves against Loud, and we also see Corinthians on the other side against Los Grandes. Los Grandes is also suffering, so they need to be smart about it. BD Vasco advancing against Loud. Lost it back in the lobby. Loud now wiped out. So we see Tropa, BD Vasco, Real with their last player, which is Japa XL, and we see Corinthians in a very good position. And now we see Hazuri against Japa XL. They already have information of the last players of Real. They probably trying to wipe him down. He wiped Viting XP down. He's on the floor. They need to be very fast, and now he got the kill. Now we see Hazuri aggressive himself against Japa XL. He needs to do everything he can. Look at Japa XL. What a good performance in this 4th match. He's doing everything, but now he's back in the lobby.
Yes, and Corinthians, that was the only full team, now isn't full anymore, and Tropa seems to be making a very good move against them. Of course, they have the numerical advantage.
And now we see Killit too with the strategic way. He's getting in a place where he can do a rain of grenades with CBL, which is a very aggressive player. He's going against Bungie. He's trying to get information. Bungie using his ice wall. Look at BL knocked down by Bungie. What a great player. Now we see Zenaki with the grenades. Moreira trying to do an advantage. Moreira just got a headshot. He needs to be very smart. Zenaki! What a good play! Again, he's advancing himself. Moreira just got down. Bungie's back on the lobby. We see 1x1. Only 2 players. They need to do everything they can. Kill it against Zenaki. Zenaki! Booyah! Corinthians! Amazing, Isa!
Yes, Corinthians getting our 4th Booyah in the day. Of course, Zenaki being the absolute highlight because he was alone versus 2 players of the Tropa squad, and he was able to wipe Tropa and guarantee the Booyah for Corinthians, that has a great day today already and is having is improving their gameplay. But man, we can not talk about Tropa, because Tropa was able to make 11 eliminations, 2nd place. That is going to be so many points, and Tropa, that had a very good Bermuda as well, is coming strongly to the 2nd purgatory, really showing that they have learned from their mistakes, that they are evolving their game, and Tropa is going to really go up the standings because they have 2 very good matches in a row. Of course, that's inevitable.
Yes, they are really improving themselves. I'm very not surprised, but I'm very happy for them, because they didn't start very well. They had a hard time yesterday, and now they are learning from their mistakes. And now we're going to see the highlights and also the standings from this 4th match. We see that Corinthians have 22 points and Tropa only 20, so 2 points less than Corinthians that did the Booyah. And we see that Tropa is improving themselves with a lot of aggressiveness.
Yes, Tropa making very much aggressive moves, and this really shows that Tropa maybe was playing the wrong kind of gameplay. They were playing more for their positioning, for their safe zone, but Tropa is working very well in the border of the safe zones, making their rushes against the teams that are also on those borders. So we are seeing Tropa making a very good game. Black Dragons Vasco, of course, 11 points. Also a good match. Real is doing well today. Not exceptionally well, but doing well today as well. Fluxo, good match, but not great day as we are usually expecting to see from them. We have Lauji with 8 points. Good match as well, but it's not what they needed exactly. Metagaming, Magic Squad. In the 10th place, we have 0-0 Nation, God Unidas, and Liberty making 0 points in this match. And of course, our MVP is Moreira from Tropa. He had 6 kills, which is a great amount of kills. And of course, we see that Tropa is usually killing a lot these days.
Yes, I'm very thrilled to see how they are going to perform in the next match. But soon we are going to have a short break. Now we're seeing the best moments, the moment that was very important to both of these teams. Killer tried to do everything that he could. Zenaki was very halved. That's something that we really need to say. He was very halved, and still he got the best of this fight. He moved himself very fastly, and he got the kill. So that was amazing for Corinthians. And we saw that God Unidas, the team that got the first Booyah, didn't got the fourth one. They were the best one in Purgatory, but not again. They didn't prove themselves as they got 0 points here in this match of Purgatory. And now we're going to see the general standings.
And let's check out that Corinthians passing Metagaming and Magic Squad. They are now in the first position in the standings with this amazing Booyah, but they have the same punctuation as Meta, of course. So we are going to see in those last couple of matches how these teams will do in the standings for once and for all. And we have Tropa going up again in the 6th place, 7th place Black Dragons Vasco. Of course, Lauji and House still kind of fighting for who's going to be on the relegation zone. Both teams need to do better, but Real has shown good improvement today.
Exactly, we have been seeing that the teams that were in a hard time are rising themselves, are learning from their mistakes. Loud is still on the same position, so I'm very excited to see the next match. I don't know what to expect of it.
Yes, there are a lot of expectations, especially for Tropa now that is having once again a good performance. So we are expecting to see Tropa doing well again. Maybe Kalahari will see Magic Squad. Maybe we're going to see them doing well again. Corinthians also usually does very well in Kalahari. It is their best map, so let's see. Black Dragons Vasco has also a good performance in Kalahari. So we are going to see how all of those teams do in the next match, the 5th match, and I'm excited for it already.
Yes, I'm very surprised. I'm very excited, of course, but I want to see if it's going to be any surprises. Of course, I don't think the airplane route is going to be different because the pilot never answers me. So, well, I can't do anything about it. But I think it's going to start very calm, the 5th match. And soon we're going to have it. So tell us, what are your expectations? What are you think is going to happen? Who are you cheering for? Because we of course want to know your opinion, and also follow our social medias, FF Esports BR, if you want to know more about the standings, the highlights, the news, and of course tomorrow is going to have more LBFF, so that's going to be exciting. So now here we see. Follow our social medias, as I said, and soon we're going to have the 5th match, almost the last one, so it's very important. very important for the teams that need to keep rising themselves, because tomorrow, of course, is going to be different. We are going to have the same, one of the groups is going to be there, that is the Fluxo, God Unidas, BD Vasco, but not the Tropa and the other ones.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, so soon we're going to have the 5th match, and stay tuned about it. Let us know what are you thinking, because I don't know what to expect. Because we are having so much surprises. We are having Loudi starting badly and then improving themselves. Then we see God Unidas starting amazingly. And then in the same map that they got the Booyah, they got really bad. They had a bad situation. I don't know what they are trying to do. I thought I think of course they were trying to pass the lake, but there was a team there and they got rushed by. So that was very hard for them. But that's not the tactic that they usually use in the Purgatory map. And in Kalahari, Corinthians is the best one. On Kalahari map, but also in the last Kalahari that we had, Corinthians didn't improve themselves. So we're full of surprises today, full of new things happening. That's LBFF Series A. Everything happening so fast, and so let us know what are you thinking about it, who you're cheering for, and that's it.
Yes, of course. And we are hoping to see Loudi making their good improvement again, and I think that this map of Kalahari we are going to have some kinds of some broken rotations, so I'm hoping for that, and that's it. Let's see.
Let's see, in short time, just some seconds, and now we have our 5th match. Let's see who is going to get the best of Kalahari, who is going to rise, and who is going down.
Yes, welcome to one of our last matches of the day of today. We are having Kalahari as our 5th match, and let's see if any of the teams is going to engage in any different confrontations. But so far, of course, it seems that not. We have Loudi going to that area of Sanctuary, and they have the blue zone, so that's good for them. BL in the Tropa team dangerously close to Corinthians, but Corinthians making their loot in command post, their usual drop call. And let's see how these teams go, because we have Goji, Corinthians, we have a lot of teams that we have high expectations for in the map of Kalahari. Zenaki, our star of the last match, here we are seeing him in this latest match was great, because Zenaki really proved that he is a good player, and he guaranteed the Booyah alone for Corinthians.
Exactly, he really proved himself, and now we see Vitinho XP trying to get more resources. He is a exceptional player, a great grenade for the team. So let's see if Corinthians is going to have a good match here in Kalahari. We still in 1 minute and 30 and 40 now seconds, 12 teams with us and 48 players. So nothing happened so far. The teams, of course, is going to try to get the more resources that they can, because that's, of course, is the good thing. That's the good way to start. And we see now Hazuri doing some groceries over there. Now Bungie are still trying to get more resources here in the post area. We haven't seen much right now, but I know that Tropa, one of the players of Tropa, was very near of Corinthians. Of course, now he probably rotate and got near all his teammates. And I think it's very hard if a player is far away from their team players, because what if a team go against him, what he's going to do, you know, like MV7, if Leno go there or Ender has information from him, he's not gonna be saved. But of course, now with the revival system, I think the players can breathe a little bit easily, and because if he got spotted there and he go back to the lobby, of course his teammates going to save him again.
Yes, and of course, it is interesting for the teams to make kind of a separated, a divided loot because it assures them that they're going to be able to cover more areas, more loot, and of course, we have Los Grandes right now in the Bayfront area. Just it's a very slow match up until this point. We are going to probably have a slow match because, of course, when we get to the end of the day, all teams are very adapted to the game style of the day, to the game style of the maps because they are on their second map. So we are going to see them really being more careful about things that they weren't in the last match. And that means that we have a slower match, of course. We are reaching 4 minutes in the match, and most teams are still well into their loot. But soon we are going to start to see rotations, which means that the safe zone is coming right now, and we are seeing how the teams will choose to position.
Exactly. Now we see Antunes going back to his teammates, and we see Leno in the camera area. They always choose this area, of course, and Loud is very near of them, so they probably can rotate and be aggressive about it. And now we have some movement. Now we see Los Grandes, Zenaki going towards Los Grandes all by himself. I don't know what is going on, but he's going there all by himself. Now he has information of Los Grandes. He's trying to run away, but I don't think Los Grandes is going to let him escape.
But he's jumping. He's jumping towards command post, and Los Grandes didn't even see it because he was so fast, like a rabbit. But
you're right, Isa. He was like a rabbit. It was kind of funny. And now we see Gus aggressing himself. Now he has information of Zenak. He knows that Corinthians is in the command post, and of course they're going to watch it and observe if they're going to pass or try to do any rotate, so they can go against Corinthians. And now we see God Unidas in the refinery area, which is a good spot to be here in Kalahari. They are a very smart team, so let's see if they're going to do any rotation or they're going to get a Fluxo spot.
yes, and God Unidas is a team that makes a very similar marcation to before. This marcation of Refinery is very similar, but look at that. Fun fact. The newcomers are on fire. From the 5 players of God, 3 are newcomers that are Marreta, Miguel, Rigby, and 3. I already said 3, and I was going to add another one, but Mikey has already played in the A series, and also Junin, that isn't playing right now, but is also in the God team. They have already played for Goji when God was previously in the A series. So let's see. This new team of God, of course, is very improved and very strong. So we are hoping to see a good performance out of them, and Refinery is going to be their battlefield.
Yes, exactly. And we know that God Unidas organization has been in the B series for a long time. And now they got up again. They rise here in the A series, and they are improving themselves. They are really, it's a really good team, and they are proving themselves here. And now we see Tropa rotating. They have information of metagaming, and they are going against metagaming. Now we see Moreira, AC80 on his head. He got a headshot against the players of metagaming, and he's probably going to get a better spot, so he goes to advance against metagaming. And we see Real going against BD Vasco, but also who is participating here against this battle is Magic Squad, which they are advancing themselves against both players. And of course Los Grandes is also watching it and got 1 kill against. They got knocked down 1 player of Magic Squad, which is already up again. Now we see Antunes with the Max 7 on his hand. VM7 is very halved. He needs to be smart about it. Triple X is doing a lot of rains of grenades against the teams, and Magic Squad is trying to get their way against the Real team. Look at Antunes, just got knocked down. Italo, very, very aggressive player going against Real. Real right now, Triple X got down Magic Squad, one of the players of Magic Squad. We see that Magic Squad got one kill, that is Antunes. Antunes is back on the lobby. Triple X is on the floor. Look at BD Vasco participating on this battle. They are going all the way in. They really want to get all the kills, and now Magic Squad is going away. They know that BD Vasco is trying to advance himself. Guasha is very, very, very halved. He's trying to get all 100% again, and now we see Bobs with the rain of grenades. Ender is very hurt right now. Bob's also very hurt. He's halved. He needs to be smart. He needs to use his med kit. And now we see Ender again with the rain of grenades. Let's see who is going to get the best. BD Vasco or Magic Squad. Look at Ender. Bobs is on the floor. Just got knocked down. Some players of Magic Squad is very halved. Leno halved too. Now we see Easy. Oh, Guasha. What a great move. Two players of BD Vasco, but look at Chuck. Just wiped down Magic Squad back to the lobby. Easy.
Yes, and Black Dragons Vasco proving once again to be an aggressive team, a team that really knows their rush well. And of course, we have Hander doing very well with his grenades. 3 kills in the hands of Easy. Easy that was, until yesterday, one of the players competing for the MVP. Let's see how he does with that. Chucky also 2 kills, and Magic Squad went right back to the lobby in the 12th position, which is sad for them because they were having a very good day. But right now, Black Dragons Vasco is going to get a good position inside the safe zone and probably guarantee a good match, which is something that is not being uncommon for them.
Yes, that's true. I think that Magic Squad got too hungry for kills. They already had a good position. They didn't need to advance themselves against Los Grandes, so that was a mistake for them. And of course, that when there is having a battle between two teams, a third team, of course, is going to participate of it, is going to try to get the kills that were there. And now we see Fluxo rotating themselves without any hard time, without any difficulties here in Kalahari, and they're probably going to the same spot they always do. That is refinery. And yes, that's what they are trying to do. And there is past 10 minutes and 49 seconds of this match, of the 5th match, and we have 11 teams with us and 41 players. BD Vasco doing their best, now getting more resources, and we see Metagaming on the other side against 0-0 Nation. Very aggressive. Look at Kawe. Kawe just knocked down 2 players of Metagaming, got 1 killed, and now we see Zanaki using his Skylar, trying to get the best of it, and now we see Rafa X with his AC-80, trying to get the kills against 0-0 Nation, and we see 1-9 suffering there. He just got knocked out, and they're probably not going to be able to save him.
Yes, and Metagaming, that is a team that did very strongly yesterday. Today not having such a good performance, but of course they are alive and in a strong position right now. So let's see if Metagaming is able to fit in a good match once again. Right now 0-0 Nation in a bad situation, but we still have 11 teams inside of the map, 39 players, and we are reaching 12 minutes in the match, which means that soon we are going to have that inevitable end game, and all teams are going to have to confront each other. And look at Corinthians. Corinthians is at that famous position of the tower in the command post area. It is a very good, very high ground position, but we have also Tropa, very well positioned. Los Grandes and Black Dragons Vasco in the center of the safe zone, and the safe zone is shrinking. So in a couple of seconds, we are going to see where it heads off to next, and it is going to define. Oh, and look at that! Lucky God that is basically alone in there. is in the best position inside of the safe zone, but Black Dragons, Vasco, and Real apparently will have no problem making their rotation inside the safe zone and getting a good position as well.
Exactly, and now we see that Metagaming is entering the safe zone. We saw that was only one player from 00 Nation alive, so there is not much that he can do besides being there and try to not be spotted by the other teams. And we see that the command zone is the place that the safe zone is, so all the players are going to be there soon. And we see Tropa trying to get the best of Corinthians. Of course, they already have the information, and we saw that Fluxo went to their plan B, because we know that they always get to refinery, but they probably got information from the radio and then went to the command post. And now we see Hazuri and Corinthians trying to rotate, going against Tropa. They already have information. We see Vitinho XP with the grenade. He's going to wait for it. He just dropped the grenade, but not very effectively against Tropa. And now we have information of BD Vasco against Real. They already know that they are there. They are in the backwards, but also he's... Oh, look at that! Chuck just knocked down Kawan7. Kawan7 is on the floor. He's suffering right now. Now we see Ender against Japa XL. Japa is trying to do his best. He's probably going to have to rotate because the gas is going to knock him down. We are already on the third gas, which will get all the players that are on there down. Now we see Kronos get down Pato, so that makes Liberty back to the lobby in the 11th place.
Yes, and the safe zone is very small right now. It closed completely towards God Unidas. God Unidas in the best position. Let's see right now, Fluxo versus Metagaming.
Cias is very happy. He's trying to get more grenades against Metagame. Eric is a very good grenade, but he just got knocked down by Cias. Eric is on the floor. Cias got the kill. Halfa X trying to move himself, trying to get the best of it. BKR suffering a lot. He's very happy by the other team that is getting the bullets against him. Now we see Ousado, Skyler used by God Unidas, and now we see Fluxo in Metagaming in a position, very bad position. They are suffering. All the teams that are around them are going towards them. Ousado is on the floor. Fuck just got knocked down. Headshot against him. Now we see Japa BKR trying to get the best, and he did. Metagaming back to the lobby. Now we see God Unidas aggressiving themselves against Fluxo, and they are doing very well so far because they knocked down 2 players of Fluxo.
Yes, and God Unidas, such a strong position. Marreta really does have the way to make those right calls. We have Tropa and Corinthians inside the command post. It is safe, but they will have to inevitably make a confrontation. And Loshi is already on the ground, but Lauji is going towards Black Dragons Vasco.
Now we see Ender. Ender just used his Skylight against the players of Lauji. Ender is still moving himself. Leno very halved. Easy just got knocked down by Kawan7. Kawan7 aggressive in himself, trying to prove to everyone that is cheering for Loud that the team is going to rise up. Now we see Killage on the other side. Just knocked down 3 players from Los Grandes. Los Grandes now suffering, and Killage getting all the kills. Look at Higby. Higby too receiving a lot of bullets from Noda. Noda is very smart right now. He's trying to get 100% of his life. And we see BD Vasco in a bad situation. What was that, Isa?
What was that? And look at that, Acelora.
And they're just knocked down Noda. Kronos knocked down Leno. Look at Kronos! What a great move! BD Vasco back to the lobby by Kronos.
Yes, and look at how many people we have in the safe zone right now. God, that was in the best position, seems to have surrendered the game.
Now we only have Kawan7 and Kronos by Loud trying to do their best, trying to move and rotate themselves. Now we see Corinthians aggressing themselves against Tropa. Killed's on the floor. Killed got killed right now. Loud aggressive themselves isn't going against Fluxo. Fluxo back to the lobby in a 70 place. Not a very good position for Fluxo. Now we only have 6 teams, 13 players, and 70 minutes of the match. Mandela is still alive, trying to do everything he can to stay alive, but still very hard for him. Corinthians is going all the way he can. Corinthians is hunting Mandela to get the kills, and also Godunitas on the other side trying to get the kills from Corinthians. He did! Look at Los Grandes got there! Knocked down 2 players from Corinthians. Corinthians suffering right now. Viting XP just got down by the gas. They're moving himself very fast, and Gus already have 5 kills! Booyah! Los Grandes! Very amazing!
And what a crazy match. We saw how crowded this last safe zone was. We had so many teams alive up until the last moments of the match. We had, if I'm not wrong, we had like 9 teams alive when the safe zone was closing and shrinking to a point that we shouldn't have so many players alive. So very crowded match. Of course, Los Grandes was able to get the booyah. Gus playing very well with his grenades. He didn't leave space for no one else, but also we had very good performances in this match. Black Dragons Vasco fell early, but fell with like 10 eliminations.
Yes.
We saw Corinthians going down in the 3rd place, and we also saw
Isa's rings falling down right now, so that's why we are laughing.
Yes.
And yes, was a great performance for Los Grandes. They are rising up. They didn't had a splendid day yesterday, but now they are just rising up all again. And we see Gus on fire with 6 kills. What was that? He is a really good player, and now we see the highlights of the day. We see Los Grandes against the players. We see that they were already on a good position, and we see the moment that Fluxo was very marked by Godunitas. Godunitas didn't let them alone. They tried everything that they could to get the kills. They knocked down Cias and Faki, and Faki and Cias got up by their teammates, but it still was a very hard match for Fluxo in this Kalahari.
Yes, and we have Black Dragons Vasco in the 2nd position, even though they fell so early. So that's how many eliminations they were able to count on. And look at that. Real, Magic Squad, Liberty, and Metagaming not having good matches. Real that really needed a better performance. Of course, Loud now will get a little bit further away from them in the standings, which we will see soon. But right now, I am excited to see how are we going to get to that last match of the day.
Yes, I'm also excited to know that now we saw the great moment that Gus got all the kills. He got 6 kills in this last Kalahari match, which is amazing. Is a amazing amount of kills in one match. So yes, congratulations to Gus. And now we're going to see the general standings.
Oh, and look at that. The top hasn't changed. Corinthians, Metagaming, and Magic Squad are still the top 3, but we are reaching to the last map. So we are going to see the Corinthians team needing to make a more of a difference in this match. If they had like 15 points maybe in the match, it would be an okay difference. Otherwise, Vivo Cage might easily drop them off in the standings. Of course, Lounge now was able to pass 0-0 Nation with 100. They have the same punctuation, of course, but Lauji is getting closer to the middle of the charts, which is good for them. But Real, that was really in the need of some extra points, didn't do so well. Of course, Godunitas going up in the standings, and also Los Grandes.
Yeah, we saw that some teams are rising, which is good for them, and other teams are still having a hard time, as we already saw, Real, Netshoes Miners, and also 0-0 Nation. So now we are going to a short break, so stay tuned, and we are going to be back soon.
Eu sou ruim pra gravar, sou pior. Salve rapaziada, meu nome é Pedro, mais conhecido como Cabeção, jogador profissional da VK. Comecei a jogar na escola através dos amigos, aí viciei no jogo, com 14 anos eu comecei. Fiquei muito feliz, nem caiu a ficha na hora que meu primeiro split ia começar jogando Série A. Foquei, treinei, amassei nos testes e fomos vice-campeão já no primeiro split que eu joguei.
Cabeção vem pra cima como se não houvesse amanhã, já soma um abate.
Cabeção, pra mim, é um cara que dá muita bala e agressivo e vibrante. Minha maior qualidade no jogo é o rush. Acho que eu sou muito bom no rush, muita bala. Pode esperar muito de mim, que eu tô muito focado. Quando entrar, eu vou amassar.
So now we are back. You saw again about the Cabeção, the player from Vivo Cage. He's a great player. So tomorrow you're going to see probably him play. And don't forget that tomorrow there is LBFF and you have to be here. We really hope so. We are really hoping that you guys come here to the broadcast, watching it and telling us what are you liking and what team are you cheering for. And soon we're going to have the last map of the day. We're going to have Purgatory, which is a classic map, as we have said before. And I'm very excited to know who is going to be the last one of today to get the booyah.
Yes, we all want to know who is going to be the last booyah. And of course, especially because the last match has a lot to do with the pressure that the teams that didn't do so well in the rest of the day put on themselves. So they usually play a safer game, but the teams that are doing well, on the other hand, sometimes play more aggressive gameplays because they are doing well and it is the last match, so they want to test their rush and to really keep their guns very heated up. So sometimes we have last matches that are very delayed due to teams that aren't doing so well, and sometimes we have just confrontation after confrontation, and I am hoping to see this last option in the last match. But let's see what happens. We're going to have the second Bermuda, and this time maybe we're going to have a double booyah for Tropa, or some other team will get the booyah.
Exactly. So soon we're going to have our last match. We are very excited, very thrilled to be here. So wait, and now we are going to our last match of the day. Bermuda. Let's see who will rise and who is going to go down.
Yes, very good airplane route once again. And we have all teams going to their standard drop calls. Of course, here on the side, we have our standings once again for you guys to catch up if you missed something. And we are having Los Grandes with a good day. They're almost catching up to Fluxo. Fluxo, of course, needs to catch up to Vivo Cage if they want to have the chance in the leadership again, once again. And look at that, 0-0 Nation is completely surrounding VM7, who apparently fell there. But we see that Real usually falls in Angar and 0-0 Nation in Rimnam Village. So this was probably a very well thought of confrontation.
Yes, and now we see Triple X trying to get ahead of the players of 0-0 Nation. Both of them are having a hard day today. So let's see who is going to get the best. Look at VM7! Only one gun on his hand and he managed to get down Eric MVP back to the lobby. What a good confrontation from him, but now he needs to be very smart because two players is going to confrontate him again!
Oh my
VM7
God.
just got down, just knocked down 1-9 back to the lobby. And also Luck God right now is very heft. Look who is coming to try to help VM7 is Triple X right there. And now look at VM7 again, trying to get a triple kill against
God.
Nicholas 9. Knocked down as well. VM7 is on fire. 4 kills. What was that, Isa?
VM7 with his position that seemed on the first moment to be very bad. He seemed like he was going to be completely swollen by the players in 0-0 Nation. Still was able to get the quadra kill and completely wipe the squad of 0-0 Nation. Of course, this was exactly what Hao needed. This was exactly what Hao needed because Hao isn't so well on the standings. They are actually in the last position, and we are going to see right now they are the current kill leaders of the match, and they needed those kills. So we are going to have them soon taking position, and they don't need to worry about eliminations because VM7 has already guaranteed 4 of them.
Yeah, so I don't think 0-0 Nation did a very smart choice to go against Hell. VM7 proved themselves, just said no, don't come on my call, and now we see Loud against Los Grandes. Cowan7 just knocked down a player from Los Grandes, and we see Lost 21 and also Noda going against the Gus. Back to the lobby! Los Grandes wiped out by Loud.
And look at that, Loud got straight out of the graveyard area, and they jumped inside of observatory with the only purpose of getting to Los Grandes and making those kills. So I'm happy to see what I am seeing. I think Loud has realized that they can't give up on their rush, on their aggressiveness, because that is such a strong character of their team. So we need to see Loud making those rushes, getting back their confidence, and really getting their performance back up, because this is the Loud we know.
Exactly, this is the Loud we know. I'm missing the Loud that has the aggressivity, that goes towards the teams, that goes and advance on the teams, and that's what they just did. They didn't thought about it, they just went and got the kills, and that's the Loud that we know, has Isa already said. And now they're going to their drop call, which is Graveyard and Bulse. They're going to probably try to get more resources right now. And in 4 minutes and 43 seconds of this last match, we already saw a lot of confrontations, which is different from the others map that we saw, the others match that we saw. We know that BD Vasco is on the blue zone, so it would be interesting if Loud and BD Vasco would get a confrontation. And now Tropa moving themselves, is rotating, and they already lost one player that was Moreira, but now Hero is already back in the game.
Yes, and Tropa, that is one of the teams that has the highest amount of points in this match. In this day, Tropa making a wonderful job. But look at this, Black Dragons Vasco versus Loud right now in Bullseye, and Loud doesn't seem to have spotted any one of the Black Dragons Vasco players yet. If they do well in this confrontation, it is going to be good, but Kronos is already long gone.
Yes, Kronos is making a very smart move right now. He is very smart, and that is the smart choice to do, because I don't think to be in a spot for a long time is good for any team. Of course, that the teams is smart about the rotation. They already know and have information of the drop calls of all the teams. So of course that BD Vasco would go there and try to go against Loud. So I don't know what Loud is waiting for to go away. And Kronos just came back, so I don't think they're going to go any farther than Graveyard.
Yes, it seemed like Loud would buy off this confrontation with Black Dragons Vasco, but they didn't. Black Dragons Vasco is now long gone, and we have Fluxo right next to Tropa, close to Catatua. Once again, we have a safe zone that seems to be pulling off to the zone of Pushinoki and Catatua. Let's see if that's true in the next safe zones, but so far we have been expecting a good performance from Tropa, Corinthians, Black Dragons Vasco, and Fluxo, because they are the top teams in the day of today. with their punctuation. So let's see how they are going to make what they're going to make out of this last match, because of course they want to close off with a good punctuation to get up the standings.
And now we see Roger Guedes said that Corinthians is having a hard time with the safe, and that's true. And now we see that G7 said Vasco is breaking everything on Free Fire today. I'm very proud of these guys.
Yes, very cool, very sweet. And we are seeing right now Corinthians making the exit on the bridge as well.
And then LP just said, imagine how crazy it would be to play the LBFF. I got very nervous just watching it.
Well, we're together on that.
Oh yes, we are very together on that. I almost have like heartbreaks while I narrate and watch it. And now Binão said, Corinthians is very good today, and that's it. Not much of words, but I agree with her. Corinthians is doing very well today. They are improving themselves, and every weekend. And now we see BD Vasco rotating themselves, and we see Loud making a very
and Metagaming will spot them.
Oh yeah, they will spot them. Loud is doing a very late rotation, so I don't know why they did that. If they knew that they had time to go, but now they're going to go against Metagaming, and Pão7 and Eric already did a rain of grenade against Loud. Now we see Noda very half. Oh, just got headshotted. Now we see Cauê just got down Kronos. They are suffering right now. We see that Pão7 is aggressive himself with the MP40 against Loud.
Oh my
just
god.
got wiped by Metagaming.
Metagaming with a better position inside of the safe zone is able to completely wipe off Loud. That was off to a good start with their eliminations over Los Grandes, but right now Loud is also back on the lobby, and we have Metagaming with 5 kills and a long path towards the safe zone. They need to have a lot of medkits if they want to get inside the safe zone.
Exactly, so now, as we are seeing, Half X is still looking for more resources. We are in the second safe zone. Oh no, look at what's going to happen. Metagaming is going towards the safe zone, and also BD Vasco is going towards the safe zone. So they are probably going to spot each other. They are probably going to see what they are doing right now. And Cauê is very halved. He needs to be smart about it. Pão7 too, very halved. So it's better that they stop and get all the medkits that they need. And BD Vasco, oh, very smart of them. Cauê7 back to the lobby. Easy didn't get any chance for Metagaming to recover. Metagaming now is suffering, and now we see Easy knocking down Pão7, put down in the floor, and back to the lobby. Look at Chucky again. Wiped down. Metagaming all back to the lobby.
Yes, and now we're going to have a confrontation between Real and Black Dragons Vasco, and I am just freaking out at how many confrontations inside the gas we are having. Like, those teams don't seem worried about getting to the safe zone.
That's what I was going to say. All of the teams seems that they're going to do a late rotation. I don't know why, but a late rotation has a lot of hard times and hard things to do. So, of course, that would be a team that would use the tactic to not let all the other teams pass. And that team is BD Vasco. Now we see Leno with the Max 7 on his hand. He's doing advance against Antunes. He just got a mine there near his ice wall. So Antunes is trying to advance too. He's doing a grenade of light and just got 122 less than life. He just got knocked down by Easy. MV7 got down Easy, and Easy is back on the play and is knocking down Real players. Now Easy is back on the lobby. God. It's going to be a very good confrontation, and got down by the gas.
Chuck, he's the only player alive by Black Dragons Vasco right now. but both teams will have a hard time getting to the safe zone because they really extended this confrontation towards the gas. And of course, we have Real with 7 kills, 6 only in the hands of VM7. What is VM7 playing today is crazy, and they seem to be able to get to the safe zone, even though they will get to the safe zone very late in the game. They are probably going to be able to go there, but look at that. Oh my god, Chucky saved already 2 players of his team, and we have 8 teams still alive with a lot of players alive in a very small safe zone. So, oh my god, Corinthians is going so well in this position, but Liberty, it may be just the backstabber they don't need.
Yes, they really don't need it. And now we are seeing Hender, which he just fall down, and now he is probably going to suffer because Guash already has information of him. He's trying to get the kill, and now we see Leno using his Chronos to get protection. Bop is doing a rain of grenades, minus 22 of life for him, and now Chucky also suffering by Guaxa's hand. Guaxa is doing an advance, and look at Bopis and Bueno! Just got down 2 players of BD Vasco. They are suffering right now. Bueno got down Chucky, Chucky back to the lobby, and BD Vasco just suffering in this match.
Yes, and look at where Easy is at.
Look at him. He's just there. Mandela knows that there is someone there because he probably listened that he was walking
I don't even
there.
know how he got there, to be honest. I think he fell there.
Yes, he fell there. He really fell there, and now Guaxa is saving Bops that just got down on the floor and is having a confrontation against Real. Real is too having a hard time. Italo just got the kill against Triple X. Triple X back to the lobby. Bops is on the floor right now. VM7 again! What a great match for VM7, Isa.
VM7 really is making all he can for Real. He is trying his best to make sure the team gets better, and he is doing it.
He is doing it, but now Japa XL is back to the lobby. Bueno is on the floor. I don't think he's going to be able to be saved, and now VM7 back to the lobby.
Oh, but this gas isn't going to forgive any of those players, and they will go back to the lobby soon after as well. But look at where Antunes is.
Older players are hiding before they were saved. They are hiding because there is not much to do. There isn't really not much
got
to do.
under the bridge so fast. I don't know how these players are getting to hide so well, because honestly I think they have a special kind of trainment for hiding, because how fast did Antunes cross the bridge and got under it? How fast was that?
And now we see that Corinthians only have Viting XP alive, which is going to be hard for him because he's not in a good position. And we see that Liberty got Corinthians down, got the position of Corinthians, which is good for them. They really need the more punctuation that they could get. And now we see Tropa against Liberty and Fluxo on the other side trying to pass it. Fluxo needs to be very careful because, of course, that Liberty and Tropa has information of them. And now we see Pexin. Pexin is just waiting, observing what is happening. Moreira's very hot. Look at Pato. Just knocked down Moreira. Back to the lobby. Liberty is really aggressive in themselves. They are doing everything that they can. And look at Flux over there. How they are not spotted.
Oh my god, they are all in the surfboard, but Liberty, I'm sorry, Liberty has such a strong position. I am doubting heavily anyone will be able to beat them.
And now we see that Magic Squad is back on the lobby. Of course, the gas would knock anyone that would be in him. So we see that Pexin just got Antunes! Antunes that was hiding so well just got found.
Oh my god.
And no! Pato almost got knocked down. We see that Cia's knocked down 2 players of Tropa. And now we see that V using his Skylar to get advantage against Fluxo. We see Pexin very happy. Faki is the only player alive, and he's going to do everything in his power to stay that way. We also know that Tropa is alive, Liberty and Fluxo is the 3 last teams alive. pThe is suffering right now. pThe back to the lobby. Kill it, doing everything he can. Kill it just killed pThe. pThe back to the lobby. Now we have Liberty with 7 kills. Look at Faki just knocked down tThe. tThe is suffering on the floor while tThe is going to save him. And now Faki has a little bit of space to try to go to the safe zone. And also Killed is there, just waiting to the right moment. He has a really good gun on his hand, and now the Skylar was used. Now he is knocked down by tThe. Fluxo back to the lobby. Now we see that Liberty is going to have to fall down. Now we see Killet doing everything in his possible ways to go and get the booyah, but no! Booyah! Liberty! Amazing!
Liberty getting the booyah in the safe zone that closed completely off to the water. We all love those kind of safe zones that are so rare here in the LBFF. So safe zone completely to the water. Both players of Liberty fell down and were able to wipe Tropa to kill Killity. So we have Liberty making a very good last match of the day. We are going to soon see the punctuation of the match. And look at our booyahs today. First off, we've had God Unida. Second, Magic Squad. Third, Bermuda was Tropa. And then we had Corinthians, Los Grandes, and Liberty. We had a very divided day today. No double booyahs, no triple booyahs, because last afternoon actually, Meta simply took over the entire day for them. So right now we are having a much more balanced day.
Yes, we had an incredible day here in LBFF. We saw a lot of players doing everything they could, and I don't know if we're going to have any changes on the MVP chart. I don't know. Because I
We're
think
going to have changes, but Sia's,
Yeah.
look at VM7 with 7 kills, honoring his 7 in his name, and he did so well today.
he did very well today. He got a very big amount of kills, and it's important to say that he got the most amount of kills today than anyone from any team. And now we see that Liberty got 21 points, Fluxo with 15, we see Real also with 15, Tropa with 13, Magic Squad with 10, and BD Vasco 9. Soon we're going to have the second half of the standing, and now we see the moment that Magic Squad wiped out some players of Real, and then only Antunes got alive. Antunes that was hiding under the bridge. He did everything that he could to keep his team in the match. And now we see Corinthians with 7 points. We see Metagaming with 7 points. Loudi with 5 points. Got Unidas with 3 points. Los Grandes 0, and also 00 Nation with 0.
Yes. We have Los Grandes not having such a good day today. Goji started off very well with the very first booyah, but wasn't able to keep up with their good performance. 00 Nation, that wasn't in a very nice spot in the standings, also didn't do well. We are going to see the standings right now, so I want to see how these teams look like.
Yes, me too. I'm really curious to see. Oh, we had some changes. We had Fluxo going up. Corinthians is still with a really good punctuation. They have 248, 2 booyahs, 101 kills. Whoa, that's a lot. We see that Fluxo has the most amount of kills, so they have 115. We see that Metagaming has 103 kills, 236 points. We see Magic Squad with 234 points, and we see Fluxo with 205. Tropa going up too. They are in the 60 points, and they have 189 points. BD Vasco in the same spot, Los Grandes going down, God Unidas didn't change anything, and then Liberty going up, and also Real going up.
Yes, and let's remember that tomorrow Corinthians, Meta, and Magic won't play. So we only have Fluxo, Vivo, Cage, and Black Dragons Vasco to take over the leadership and the standings. So don't forget to keep up with us tomorrow because we're going to have a lot more game, and we of course are going to see a lot of changes in the standings.
Exactly, because this is LBFF, is the most impressive championship that we have here in Brazil. Also, by the way, is the biggest championship that we have here in Brazil when it comes by
my God.
Free Fire. And now we see the killing chart, and look at CS. Oh,
6 matches less than any other players, and he has 43 eliminations solely on his hands.
CS is just doing an amazing job. Now we see Tropa with the most points of the day, Corinthians with 64, we see BD Vasco with 63. We see that the most kills was from Fluxo, and we see the individual kills for Japa BKR with 12, and we see MV7 with 12 also, and we see Killed with 11. So everything is just
Very leveled.
yes, very level today. And we see Tropa with 79 points, 1 Booyah. So they are the best team of the day. We see Khalid with 11 kills. We see Mandela 9, Moreira 8, and BL 7. So it's a very level team. And Japa BKR with 12 kills, 32% of the kills of his team. 6,549
Damage.
of damage. What was that?
Yes, Japa BKR playing very well today alongside with VM7 that I think stood out a lot, especially because VM7's team didn't do so well today. So it's a lot harder to make as many damage, as many eliminations when your team isn't doing well as Japa BKR, because Japa BKR is in the Fluxo team, and Fluxo, as always, did very well. But look at our Booyahs once again. We had a lot of teams standing out today. Tropa, for the first time in the championship, I think they had a very good round. They
Yes.
had 79 points.
Yes.
79 points. That's a very, very impressive round. That was their best round in the championship yet. So it's very interesting to see Tropa really making their move and evolving in the game.
Yes, and it's very important for them because we know that yesterday wasn't very easy. They probably studied what went wrong yesterday, and now they came with everything that they had, which is good for them. We also had a good day for Magic Squad. Was a regular day for Magic Squad. Yeah, it
Started
was
off
regular.
very good, but then they kind of
Fell a little
tumbled.
bit down. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then God Unidas too had a regular day. They didn't improve themselves so much. They started well as well, but then they had a hard time in the end. Corinthians did a good day. Corinthians did a
Yes.
good day. And we saw Los Grandes in a regular day too. They went for more kills. They got very aggressive. And Liberty had a regular day, but in the end was everything.
Yes, yes.
In the end, they
Liberty at least ended the day perfectly.
yes, they ended the day the way that should be for them, because they really need more punctuation. And now we see the social media, so follow our social media to know everything about Free Fire here in Brazil. We see FF Sports BR, so if you want to know more about tomorrow and you want to know any news, standings, highlights, just follow there. And also don't forget to follow us. And that's it for today. Thank you everyone that watched it. It's a pleasure to be here by your side, Isa. I'm learning so much. So thank you for the opportunity. And that's it. I hope that you guys liked it, and I see you soon.
Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. in Brazilian hours. In your hours, I'm not sure, but I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it.